Hello and welcome to Dice Nerds and Nagas. You may notice that the normal handsome face you're used to seeing right here is marred by only the same shared glasses. But I'm Aaron and I have been pestering these guys to let me run a Dice Nerds and Nagas campaign for like a month now, and they finally capitulated. So I get to run this little mini campaign in between our main campaign seasons. Yay.
The campaign is dead. Long live the campaign.
Well, if you guys don't worry about your characters, but if you want to quickly introduce yourselves before we start, we do have a new face.
Yeah. Alright, we have a new face. We start with a new face.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm Adam, from Washington, D.C. Came to Phnom Penh almost a year ago. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
I'm Danny, you know me, I used to play Aki Smacky, so now I'm playing Farmer Joe.
Okay, my name's Ben. I'm living in Phnom Penh about 3 years. I'm playing the halfling battle master Bertram Campbell instead of DMing, so I'm pretty happy about that.
Yeah. I'm Adrian Bear. I am playing a 6-year-old necromancer by the name of Mitsuke.
Yep.
6 years old.
This is gonna be
Can she talk?
super
6-year-old necromancer. She's reading like my first necromancy book.
Pretty much. The ABCs of anime did.
Z
A
is for zombie.
Yep.
To summon a zombie.
Okay, so everyone, welcome to the Kingdom of Ynoria. The Ynoric Kingdom is ruled by Queen Tiffany the Triumphant, who was given the epithet when she successfully thwarted a coup by her brother Arturo several decades ago, but not without great personal sacrifice. Lady Agatha, the advisor to the Queen, has spoken to each of you, or to your family in Mitsuke's case, discreetly in the last couple of days, and has requested that you come to the throne room today at first light. You've each come individually to the large wooden doors that open to the castle's courtyard in the pre-dawn quiet. After a short wait, 2 members of the Queen Guards are escorting you inside. In the courtyard, you see a large circular planter in the middle with a massive tree blooming. Most of you would know that this was planted at the 1-year anniversary at the end of the Hedonic Wars.
That was with Arturo, right?
No,
Brother.
this was almost a millennia ago.
Oh, okay. My goodness.
That was the founding of the Kingdom of Ynoria, and it has since been a place of peace and prosperity. The path goes straight towards the center planter, but if you look to each side, there's 5 trees here and 4 more with an empty plot at the end. These are the centenary trees. Every 100 years, they plant a new tree in this grove to mark the completion. So in another 3 years or so, they'll plant the last tree that will mark the millennia since the end of the Hedonic Wars. You go through the large, ornate doors at the beginning of the castle into the lobby, which is beautifully, simply decorated. It's got wood furnishings throughout, large banners that cover each window at night, and on the banners are the crest of the royal family, which looks kind of like a heart with 2 wings that come and wrap around the crown over it and a symbol of flame behind. You enter the furthest back door into the throne room, and there you see Queen Tiffany and Lady Agatha in quiet conversation in the back.
What's everyone's names again?
Bertram.
Bertram, Farmer Joe,
Mitsuke.
Mitsuke,
Jackie.
and
Jackie.
Jackie.
Jackie,
How well do we know each other?
you don't yet.
Okay.
You may have seen each other in passing. He does have an acrobatic show you might have heard of,
Okay.
but you're not close acquaintances.
I'm Farmer Joe, a human cleric of healing, and I run the general store here, and people purchase wares and
You
magic.
hear as Lady Agatha and the Queen turn back to keep talking.
Oh, wait, alright, I'm gonna go to a knee and bow, I guess. It is the Queen.
It is very fancy. When you look at the Queen, you see that she's a very dark-skinned half-elf with short black feathered hair. She's wearing white official robes with gold trace and a heavy purple cape. And they speak for a little bit longer, and she makes a motion to dismiss Agatha and comes to each of you.
I bow.
I'm gonna jump up in the air and do a double somersault and land in a bow.
She is amused, I think.
Alright.
I think my half-orc gentleman that's escorting me is a 60-something-year-old looking half-orc gentleman in a fancy suit. He kind of like pats Mitsuko in the head and then she does a little curtsy.
The queen looks at each of you in turn with a slow gaze as if she's looking through to your soul and says, "This requires the utmost discernment. I have been scouting you, looking to see if you, experts in your field, could do this service for our kingdom. In a moment, you'll receive all of the information, but I must know, are you willing to keep this quiet?"
I
Certainly.
believe so, my queen.
I
But what is this concerning?
To the north of the kingdom of Enoria is Fëandir. The border that runs between our two countries is almost circumnavigating half of it, the whole northern side. And I have received word that they are amassing troops. They're coming to attack us, and frankly, we do not have the resources to meet this kind of challenge. We've lived in peace for so long. And, I mean, frankly, it's too much. What I need is time. I need time to make alliances, time to exhaust all diplomatic opportunities, time to gather our forces. And that's why I need you.
Well, my queen, I fought for you all those years ago against your brother. I'll do what I can to help this kingdom.
Yes,
Do
Bertrand,
what I can.
you came personally suggested by General Sarai, the head of the Queen's Guard.
General really thought of me?
They did.
I mean, I train up some of the recruits, but Hamish from the other side of the wall, he's... No, either way, no, thank you. I appreciate that.
Have you ever heard of the Teneresheld?
Never.
Teneresheld.
The Teneresheld.
Make a history check.
You can.
Is this like something recent, perhaps? Like a recent event, or...
No.
Okay, so-
20?
You rolled a natural 20?
No, just 20.
20. You've never heard of it,
Okay.
but when you think about it, you hear the word shield in the end of it. And that's kind of like you're thinking about the old conjugation thing. You're like, okay, this is some sort of defense, maybe. She gestures you over next to where the throne is. And you see on the left-hand side, there's this carved out of a single piece of marble, what it looks like a column that ends with a sphere on top. On the right-hand side is the same, but on the back side, there is a square that is built into this sphere. And you can see, not holes, what do you call it, indentations, where something could be placed. Several things can be placed. At the end of the Hedonic Wars, we gave 5 pieces of the Teneresheld to 5 champions of the Hedonic Wars as a symbol of our unity and as a promise from them that should the need ever arise again, they would come to our aid. We need this shield. It's the only way I'm going to have enough time to figure out how to protect our people.
Understood,
Dead
my
people?
queen.
Well, it was a millennia ago, so yes, probably. I mean, Agatha is going to give you all of the information we have about the people who had these pieces so that you can find them.
I'm
If
with
you
you.
agree.
I'm with you, my queen. I've never been on one of these quests, but I've met so many adventurers coming through my store, and I know what this is about. I shall protect these men and children to the best of my ability.
I have to ask, my queen, is this too secret to tell my family about? You're gonna want to know why I'm gone for so long.
You're going to have to make excuses. If any word of an impending attack from Fëandir gets out, it'd be mass panic.
Can I say it's maybe General's orders then instead, so...
I will leave that up to you. Whatever you think is best.
So,
People are going to be quite upset that the most popular acrobatic show town is just gonna pack up.
I saw how full your arena was. But surely it's within the purview of a performer like yourself to go and find new acts to perform.
Maybe I have been here a whole 3 weeks. Long time for an art Aarakocra. Might be time to take my act on the road.
Wait a minute, you're a performer? Oh, this might actually be kind of fun, actually.
Can I count on you?
Aye, my queen. To the best of my abilities, I will hunt down these shards of the shield.
That's all I can ask.
So,
Kojiro will say to the queen, my lady, is it possible to speak with young Mitsuke's family regarding the affair?
We spoke with them directly. In fact, I feel really weird having a child and known this at all, but your family assured me that Mitsuke was the best to send on this mission.
She's kind of like sprawled out on the floor busy writing the book.
Mm-hmm. I mean, these parents, they can't be serious, right? How old are you, girl?
You will address Lady Mitsuke by looking at her in the eyes. Kojiro says to her.
What is Couture?
He's a
I wrote it
You'll
as
keep your
Ginjo.
dirty half-orc hands away from me.
Genjo?
Ginjo.
Okay, sorry. Let's write Genjo there. I thought it was Kojiro. Never mind. See, that's why I need cans. Just stop working.
I thought the orc would be useful, but
It's a
the,
half-orc.
not the half orc would be. I say the orc would be
thankfully-
useful, but not so much the child. I felt the child
Yeah,
might be a
kinda.
hindrance to us.
I thought the other one was coming with us.
I appreciate your concerns, but honestly, this is no longer my problem. If you're going to take this quest upon yourselves, then it's up to you to make it work.
So
Don't worry, lots of dead people. We'll find them.
okay, I've seen your show. I've seen you around in my shop even.
Yeah, you know, it's a good place to
But
pick up groceries.
what is Mitsuki? What do you do? What do you bring to this quest?
Dead people.
You see the queen
I
getting
don't
a little
understand.
bit irate. Okay, if you're going to do this, go into the antechamber with Lady Agatha.
Yep.
She'll give you everything you need.
Okay.
As you do, you see General Sarai come in.
General.
She just dismisses you, and she's immediately going to the queen. They have
What's the
shit to
space
talk
force
about.
Then what are they
Yeah,
gonna
no,
say?
it's like... Yeah.
General.
Yeah. So, Lady Agatha sends you into this side room, and there's comfortable seating for everyone there around like a round table. It says, take a moment, get to know each other, ask all of these questions. I have a couple more things I need to get. And she heads back up.
So Mitsuki, what is this dead people you talk about?
My family works with all the dead people in town. We
You've,
do it for a long time.
you've probably heard of the Haruno family. They're fairly well connected. They're not very ostentatious, I don't think, but they're just everywhere helping out.
They say we're looking for some old thingies, dead people a long time ago.
Oh, yeah.
We'll find them.
Oh, okay.
But
Now I understand.
Your parents have supplied my show with stage dummies before.
Buried guardsmen before, too.
So, knowledge of the dead and of buried things.
The parents know more about the dead.
Yeah,
though?
that's what I'm thinking.
This is a strange arrangement.
But I'll trust.
Mommy and Daddy are busy with the town.
I'll trust our queen's judgment.
It's true, I didn't... Yes, I suppose so. The queen decided it, then it must be the correct course of action.
So,
Where do we go now?
the orc is coming with us. Yes.
Lady Mitsuke is my ward.
Okay.
So that's a yes.
Lady Agatha comes back into the room and she's got a couple of hands full of parchments. She's got some boxes. She has what looks to be like some sort of bracelet. She's got a whole bunch of different stuff that she kind of lays out on the table. She's like, okay, first things first, I'm going to tell you everything that we know. Which in some cases is not a lot. Have a really shitty drawn map, you guys.
Man,
Could I actually get one more piece of paper just for
Yeah.
notes?
you made a legend.
I made a legend because I made 2 copies of that map and I couldn't tell what some of the stuff was. So you can see the ocean is there from the east to the south.
Wait.
We are in Sentrusi, which is the capital.
Sentrusi,
letter
okay.
A.
Did I write that?
Gotcha.
Sentrusi, I think. Sentrusi, you can see the mountain range that defines the western border. And all of that border you see there that's kind of hatched, that is all border with Fandir.
That's the people that are gonna have Fandir.
Yeah.
Why?
And what was the queen's name again? I'm sorry. It was
Tiffany.
Tiffany.
Tiffany is actually a medieval nickname, you guys. Don't at me.
Okay.
It's straight up like a real nickname from back in the day.
What has the Queen been doing with all of our taxes except funding a military?
I mean, education.
Been here
budget
for
has
3
going up.
weeks.
I think she wasn't funding a military, that's the problem.
Oh.
And so he was just drawing a little sketchbook coloring.
Yeah.
Social security benefits and.
Yeah, I guess the welfare state has really gotten out of hand.
Oh gosh.
It has been almost 1,000 years of peace. So there's lots. I mean, there
It was
are.
war 25 years ago.
I did
Well,
come
It
here.
was a skirmish.
I did come here for the massive,
War, damn it. We lost.
the massive performing arts tax credit. That's what brought
Yep.
me here.
That's it.
That's where all
That's
mine
how.
went.
That's how she combats the brain drain. Did you take that D8? Do you have?
What was
It
it
was
was like a
like
10.
a-
What was the name of the shield charts again? Tenere.
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 I stayed here. I have to stay here a whole year to get the
But how do you pronounce
200
it?
gold pieces. tax credit.
Teneresheld.
Tenereshelds. Okay.
And then it's like shield with an eye. It's okay. I got another pen.
Thank you. There are 5 of them.
It was a big info dump, and I didn't have anything
Yeah,
to
I
write
know.
down
I'm sorry. I
on.
should have.
It's no problem. It's my fault for not bringing a notebook.
Yeah. So we have been very stealthily seeking out more knowledge about where these pieces may have fallen to. I will give you all of the information I have, but in some cases that's not a lot. Ideally, you'll be back in a week. That's the kind of time frame we're working on here.
Okay. It's not bad.
Critical. It's not a very large kingdom.
Can I just go on my own? Can I just fly to these places and get the things? Come back?
You're asking I can do this?
Yeah.
No.
Why not?
Mostly logistics. Also, self-preservation. Do you have one of those instincts?
So there's danger around these things. They're not just sitting in someone's.
Maybe, some of it.
Nice.
Again, I'll tell you what I know. The first piece is called the Cordumbrian. Yeah. The Cordumbrian was given to the children of the paladin Alyssa, also called the Horde Sphere. This one we've actually been able to track down, and I believe you'll be able to get it to it. Her great, however many great-grandchild is in possession of it in the city of Elysium, named for the paladin, of course.
Okay. There it is.
Yeah, Elysium is on the river to the northeast of the lake that is in the very center of the country.
It's called Cordumbrian.
Cordumbrian. And if you'd like, if you're proficient in religion or
Right
history,
there.
you can roll on that. Let me know which one you're rolling.
History. That'll be at 26.
That's good. I am not going to roll because I don't have any history.
Nope. You can also roll religion if you have religion.
I literally only have 2 skills, I think.
No.
Okay. So you think about the word Umbrian, and you have this vague memory that there was some god that was called something similar. But if you keep thinking back and back and back, it really is a strong ping to that Hedonic Wars. You're thinking maybe the vanguard of the other side, or some great trial that they had was called Umbrian, something similar.
Now, for some reason, Adrian's brain decided to delete a thread of conversation he just had from his brain. I can't remember what the question was.
I don't know.
I remember the information you just told me.
This chair gives me a lot of knowledge, but not that.
What was the question?
called Cordumbrian. It's in Elysian
Yes.
with the so many great grandchild
Yes.
of the Paladin Alyssa.
Okay.
I think you would just roll to find out what the name meant.
What the name meant?
Yeah. That's what you rolled for, but the history check.
Oh, so let's do some god.
Well, it doesn't necessarily feel like well, you know that maybe 500 years ago there was some sort of god that was connected to this name,
Mm-hmm.
but you aren't really interested in religion, so you think back further and further and further, and you think back to the Hittite Wars.
Okay.
And you're pinging something about like that last battle.
Okay.
Had something to do with an Umbriel or an Umbrian, something similar.
There was that dead man, dead lady, umbrella something. It was from the wars. Yeah. She just keeps drawing in her coloring.
The second piece is called the Vangenver.
It sounds very German.
It does, doesn't it? The Vangenver. And it was given to the sister of the fallen war mage, Soria. The last we were able to check it, it was in maybe Argon or East Argon. But we haven't been able to properly ID where it is. It's in the mountains to the west.
Given to
There it is.
The sister of the fallen war mage, Soria. So Soria died during the last battle of the Hittite Wars.
Or East Argon.
Okay.
Didn't know that you were going to take notes this bad, huh?
This is already shaping up to be a long trip.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the distances on there aren't too bad from
What's the shortest path?
So we gotta
Sentrusi.
go all the way over here
Yeah, yeah.
and then back into the mountains.
If you go from Sentrusi to Elysian, it's probably going to run you on wagon about 4 hours.
Oh, okay. Well, never mind then. That's actually.
It's not too terrible. If you were walking, it would be much longer, but...
Take wagon.
And Agatha does tell you...
You guys can take a wagon.
We can't
I'm
give you
inclined.
a lot of supplies, obviously, due to the secrecy, due to the number of eyes that are on us. But we will supply you with a wagon drawn by 2 horses that you can take with you.
Something at least. A place to lay down at night.
You have a library.
Are you asking if the Queen has a library in our castle?
Mm-hmm.
The Queen has a great many number of books, yes. Okay. She really doesn't know what to do with a child in her midst. She's not used to having to deal with children at all. Moving on, third piece. It's called the Talengrippen. Talengrippen. There was a dwarven cleric of Pan whose name was Allison, and when he and his husband died, they didn't have any heirs. So all of his estate went into the hands of the city of Paklad, and that's where we believe it is. Paklad's on the northern shore of the lake in the middle. I'm afraid those are the easiest 3. The next 2 we know increasingly little about.
What's the closest place to us?
I would say 1, 2, and 3 are
D.
relatively close.
Elysia, maybe.
Yeah. Elysian is probably the most close, Paklad the second, and then I would say that East Argon or Argon would be third. Paklad's on the northern shore of Lake Iris.
Okay, so it might be good to go to Elysium and then swing down to Paklad.
And those are only major roads that are on that map. There will be, trade roads, animal paths. You can get a boat to go down the river, that kind of thing.
What does it do?
What does what do?
The whole thingy.
It's some sort of shield, a defense. What do you mean the whole thingy?
Who's supposed to hold this shield?
It's the Queen, the Queen just needs the pieces. You don't have to worry about what happens after that.
Oh gosh.
I
Very
do
hush
not
hush.
have faith in this government.
Well, as I recall, the Queen said she needed the shields. We need to combine them in order to, because they were supposed to be something where once we have them, we can call forth the heroes. Because the heroes pledged to come to our need, but we would need the shield.
That makes sense, actually. It comes together, we get a whole squad
Then
of
we're allowed to.
heroes.
They must follow.
And people.
I was in a show like this once, and it turned out really disappointing in the end. It turned out, I think the heroes were inside us the whole time.
That's a trite moral. I mean,
How do you convey that with like scarf acrobatics?
I came up. I wasn't always the leader of the show. You know, I came up
It's
just
just from
as
your
a
childhood.
normal actor as well. You know, I had to take whatever parts would come along. You know, but
can't
keep
imagine
food on
there's
the
that
table.
many parts for
Child
people
actors.
of your shape.
You do seem very unique.
Yeah.
Anyway,
So what's that fourth one called?
it's called the Morma.
Morma.
M-O-R-I-M-A-W.
I'll spell it how I'd like.
You, I don't see you taking notes. It's fine.
Mormons, Griffins.
It's we know relatively little about this. It was given to the champion high elf rogue Vanis, who shortly after the end of the wars kind of fell into obscurity. We don't know if
Champion High Elf Vanis.
Vanis, V-A-N-Y-S, Vanis, or I guess V-A-N-I-S, however you spell it.
The U.
Venus, gotcha.
Venus.
They could have been killed, suicide, wandering the woods. We honestly don't know. The last we saw, they were near Score, or at least that's where they went after they received the piece. It's right, straight in the middle, under your finger. So close. There. Oh man. I don't know what letter it is because I didn't put letters on there.
N.
N. I see M.
Yeah.
There it is. Okay. Cool. Right there.
Right there, right in the middle of this nice little.
See near Score.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's literally everything I know about it.
Anything about the last one?
We've heard rumors, and they are very, very tenuous rumors.
Do we have a name?
Well, I mean, it was given to Naveen, the Druid champion. Avril Naveen. Yeah, Avril's now canonically their first name. Hold on, I'm writing that down real quick. Avril Naveen. Yeah, it was given to Avril Naveen, the Druid champion. And it's said that they went to the coast.
It's like a big coast.
Yeah. And this was called the Forge Mind. And that's everything I know about the fifth beast.
Strange that a druid would be given something called the Forge, you know.
I don't.
That's
It's
true.
well beyond my purview.
Not that I know much about druids anyway.
Agatha.
Agatha.
Lady Agatha, do you have renditions of what these pieces look like?
Well, you saw the square that was built into the back of that sphere. The square itself is probably about yay big, about 6 inches by 6 inches. All of those pieces have little indentations that they would fit in, so you know roughly the outline
Okay.
from where it was. It looks vaguely similar to kind of what the Royal Crest looks like.
Okay.
Like just in outline, it looks kind of like that.
Okay.
Yeah, I know it's not the best information to go for, but that is why the Queen in her infinite wisdom decided to get all of you together for your expertise. Anyway, here's the provisions we can give you. She gives you 10 gold each. You have access to a wagon pulled with 2 horses. She gives each of you, including Ginjo, a engraved, it looks like a silver box, and the interior is black velvet. And she says, when you place one of the pieces of the artifact of the shield in here and close it, it will be locked and only the Queen will be able to open it. So, as you get each piece, please place it inside the box so that you don't have to worry about random bandits.
While Mitsuki is coloring, can I do like a general inside check on this chick to see if she knows more than what she's telling us?
Go
Which is
ahead.
like I don't have a lot of information. 12.
really well today. 12. She's sitting on the up and up.
Okay.
The last thing, and she kind of eyes you over and decides, you, Bertram, your wrist, if you will. Your wrist. So she places a bracelet around your wrist, and as she closes it, it basically solders shut. So now you have like a metal bangle around your wrist. This has two purposes. Once a day, you can say the command word sending and send a message directly to the queen.
Huh. Well, that sounds useful, I suppose.
Try not to be an ass about it. Yeah? She's very busy.
I'm offended.
Genjo,
I
I thought Daddy said slavery's bad.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
I've served the king. The king. I've served the queen well for nearly 50 years now.
Very well. Just try and like make it reasonable, like
She
maybe
50
after
actually.
dinner or something. She's not, but good try.
What's
And
the second purpose?
the second one is teleport. When you find all 5, everyone who's touching you,
And
when you
that's
say the command word teleport,
once per day or one use?
one use. When you find all 5, use it to come back. It will take you directly to the queen. I really want to emphasize this part.
So wherever she is.
Wherever she is,
What if she's on the potty or something?
that would be unfortunate, but not all that troublesome if you have all 5 pieces.
But you know she's gonna be going like pretty quickly.
She always makes
Until
5
we get back.
pieces.
Yes and yes. No, I don't know.
Can she promise to be in big rooms until we come back with the shield?
You want to ask the queen, who's in the middle of having the most secret, plan to thwart an overthrow from a foreign enemy power, to make sure she's in big rooms.
Well, she's only a little girl. The rest of us aren't exactly small.
Well,
we
I
need
tell
to
you
make
what,
sure that
how
we fit.
about, before you teleport,
Small.
you use sending and you ask her if she's on the toilet. Does that make you feel bad?
Does she get to send a message back?
The way sending works is it goes and they can reply, and that's it.
Alright.
There's no, back and forth.
So we're,
You can reply.
so we're gonna say, alright, we have it. Please move into a big room.
I mean, I don't know
No,
how
just
small you think she's gonna be in just an
A
outhouse or
closet,
something.
you know.
We're not gonna
Her
be
toilet's,
fine.
her toilet's probably the size of.
I think you're worrying about this small detail a little
Yes.
too much
Okay.
when we have what looks like a whole mess of trouble ahead of us, more directly.
I will tell the queen that our quest is in the most reasonable of hands.
Thank you for your confidence.
This is a lot of responsibility.
Yeah. So you each have this box, including Genjo. Each of you have this box. You're the only one who has a bracelet, and you all got 10 gold pieces if you didn't write that down. And a wagon with 2 horses.
Well, I suppose should be leaving maybe a couple hours.
Which one are we going to first?
Jokes
We
you
should
have
probably do
the-
those. She said the first 3 are easier.
Let's see, 1,
That's what
2,
they have the most
3, and then
information.
we have to go down here, I believe, and I think down here as well are the last known spots. Although one of them just says the coast, which could be a bit tricky.
Oh, that's
I'm gonna
do
be
you have any healing potions at your shop, Josan?
no, but I'm a healer, so that's good enough. I'm gonna be going to my shop, and I need to close it up.
Makes sense. Yeah, I understand. There.
So I'll be back in a few hours.
Same here. I have to
I gotta go
say
pack
some
up.
advice.
I gotta go pack up my stage.
When you
and
exit,
I assume I have
the
a
wagon is right there at the castle gate. It's kind of a little bit to the side, so it's not quite so obvious, but it is there for you to take as soon as you're ready.
Who wants to take the wagon for now?
I don't need no stinking wagon. I'm just gonna fly away right now to my stage. I'm gonna pack it up.
We'll meet at the front gates.
All right.
2 hours.
I just replied.
Yeah, and you are aware the entire town is gated as well. It has a wall
Yeah.
that surrounds this town.
I'll say the north gate or whatever. Let's say the east gate because that we'll hit up that one first maybe.
As we
We'll go to Elysian.
Mitsuki summons her
I'll take the
spectral
wagon.
unicorn, and her and what's his face get on Genjo. Get
Well,
on.
I'll-
We're going to the
I'll-
library.
Well, I'll take the wagon over to my shop, and I'll load up my perishables because a merchant loading up a wagon is perfectly fine.
Good man.
I'll lock up the rest of the stuff, and my apples and bananas won't go to waste.
You say Elysium is where we're going?
Elysian.
Elysian.
I think Elysian might be a good first stop.
All right.
So let your parents know, I suppose. we'll try. I'll try to keep an eye on you as well.
There's
Oh.
no need to thank you.
Yeah. We'll see when we're in the middle of a fight if there's no need. But either way. Okay, bye. Okay, so you take the wagon. He's locking up. I've got to go back home as well.
I'm literally going to the family library to see who's in charge of Elysium and find out some shit from the books we have of people. Yeah. So that's what I'll do. What's your role for that?
Investigation.
Okay. I don't think she's good at that. No, she's not good at that at all. It's a 9.
You find a map that looks a lot like the one Agatha gave you.
Very
That's
good.
about all I get.
Okay. We'll make our way to the shop again.
Okay, when everyone's done, if you make your way to the shop, you'll see me sitting in front of it. My shop is closed up. I've paid some people to check in my shop every day, and the wagon's fully loaded. Well, as much as reasonable.
So your shop is not staying open without you.
Yeah, it's closed. It's completely closed.
What do you look like?
I'm a human. I'm about 30 years old. Used to be a farmer. Used to be a militia soldier. I've done a little bit of everything. And now in the store, in this town kingdom, I do a little bit of everything. I do mending seamstress. I do healing. I'm the merchant. I fix stuff. I do wards, curses, dispels. I identify magic. A little bit of everything. I help out wherever I can. So I work in the hospital. I donate some of my services and I get paid for it. I go to the guards. I help out there. I do a little bit of everything.
You probably know Mitsuki's parents then if you work at the hospital.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
But probably not where you're...
Probably not Mitsuke though.
Yeah, not that section. I keep people alive.
Sorry.
My dad will teach and stuff students, etc. I guess.
I keep people alive. I don't deal with the other stuff.
And we take care of the team.
All right, is everyone ready?
Yeah. Bertram went back home. He said goodbye to his son, his daughter. Told
What, he's
them
sick?
to letting Joshua know he's the man of the house for a little while. Daddy's gonna go away for a little while, maybe a week or two, but it's no problem. Just doing some mapping of the kingdom, a census basically.
Can Joshua roll inside check?
I think that you should roll a deception check.
Deception.
Yeah, it's not a high DC, but try it.
Okay. Deception. That's under charisma.
Yeah.
Yeah. So. Oof. Only an 11.
That's fine, the DC was 10. Joshua fully believes you and stands up and is like,
I tell Lily she needs to listen to her teacher every day. Her mom is in charge when I'm not there and to listen to her. I tell my wife the general sent me on a very important mission. There's a little danger. I'm quite worried, but I will be careful. I let my cousin know.
Sorry, did you name your kids but not your wife?
No, her name's B.
Oh, okay.
I let my cousin Thomas know, check up on the family every now and then, make sure they're okay. And I spend one last visit to my father, Farrell, and I tell him more truthfully that I'm incredibly worried and that may not be coming back to town for quite some time.
Didn't think they'd make it dead.
And to let him know, tell him to disseminate, to the other halflings in town, I'm just gonna be gone for work for a couple weeks, and it's no big deal, but I tell him the truth.
I have a town question. What's the population like in this town, split-wise?
This is probably, this is the largest city in this kingdom.
Uh-huh.
The walls, it was originally a fort.
Okay.
Way back when. But the kingdom itself is very, very diverse.
Okay.
There are certain areas that it's slightly heavier, like dwarf, or slightly heavier elf. But overall, anywhere you go, there's going to be a mix.
Nice.
And so
I'm gonna tell my stage team that I need to go visit home for a week.
Where's home?
Well, it's way far away.
Is it in this kingdom?
No, it's definitely outside it. It's
Ooh, fun times.
off in some mountaintop forest somewhere.
Sweet. I didn't actually name that kingdom, so if you want to name one. Go for it.
Nah, it's like in between kingdoms. We just live on
That
our own.
like
out
that
in the
little mountain
wilderness.
range right there.
How far is that?
It's outside the kingdom.
Okay, yeah, we're somewhere over there. Yeah, so I'm gonna paint a sign with my painting kit. Just saying, show's closed for a week.
Yeah, shop's closed for a week. Show's closed for a week.
Not the most subtle, but I got you.
Hi, Joe-san.
Yeah,
Ready?
let's do this.
I'm waiting on the wagon.
Alright. So I'll meet up with you on the wagon. Hop on front or whatever.
Which place are we going to first?
Well, just from what they told us, it sounds like Elysia might be a good bet. It's only about 4 hours away, so we can even maybe get there before dark.
It is very, very early yet, because you
Yes.
met her at first light.
Okay, so we can still get there before dark and at least get, an idea of what to expect.
Alright,
You got it, boss.
I'm gonna fly above the wagon.
You
Can
okay?
I
So you're
fly
driving.
with you?
You're on the front.
Which voice was
He's
that?
on the
Little
virtual.
girl.
Wasn't the orc.
How heavy's the little girl?
She's like a small 6-year-old.
I
I don't know.
65 pounds.
65 pounds of two.
That's pretty big.
Well, you gotta think,
I'm only like
she's
100
got
pounds.
stuff on her too. Like she's not just.
What's her? She weighs like 20 pounds in her.
I have no idea what a 6-year-old's supposed to weigh.
I also don't. Like,
Like
let's
No,
look at
I
this.
work with 6-year-olds
It's,
too.
it's like 20 pounds.
20 pounds? Alright.
Maybe 30
Yeah.
max. 30 max. Of 30.
Like my kids are like 30.
Okay, you know what? Let's figure this out.
Just Google it already.
Yeah.
Because if it's more than 30, I
So
couldn't pick
you
it
need
up.
to
What's your
Google
carrying?
what is the
Well, I
average
only
weight
weigh
of
like
a
100
Japanese
pounds.
6-year-old?
Oh.
So look up
What's your carrying,
normal
though?
weight
You
for
carry
a
how much?
6-year-old.
50 according to this random thing.
On D&D Beyond, they should have how much you're already carrying.
Which is about 45.
We're doing encumbrance.
Around 45 pounds.
Around 45.
Is average.
Okay,
So she might be a little slimmer than if she's
45
So-
pounds, yeah.
Your carrying capacity is 195 pounds.
Danny wasn't too far off, actually.
And you're currently carrying
Right.
67 pounds. So you could carry another 130-ish.
Sweet. I can totally
Totally.
pick people up and drop them from the sky.
Well, people as small as you.
And
But him and his... No, not with your armor, though.
I guess full equipment.
Your
maybe not.
armor's probably...
But if I'm just taking a shower or something, you can sneak up on me and drop me.
Yeah, I'd totally let her hop on my back and we fly around.
Wow.
As she's trying to get up there,
It's
what's
a
the
bonding
Genjo
moment.
just... Nope.
What? Why not?
Oh,
Miss
come on.
Ogi will ride in the wagon.
Alright. Well,
Old stick in the mud back here, don't you think, Mitsuke? No, flying does sound kind of nice.
I'll wait till he's sleeping.
Okay, so you and Ginjo are in the back of the wagon?
Yeah,
Okay,
because
it's not-
the Phantom Steed only lasts for an hour, so she can't drive a unicorn all the way.
Yeah. It's not covered, but it does have high sideboards. So you could get some coverage from people looking.
Yeah, it's not covered, okay.
would it take like an ability for me to be able to see very far? If I was like at 1,000 feet in the air, can I like not see what's on the ground? Or...
That's a good question, actually.
I have a completely unrelated, relates but unrelated. Like, how far
I
is
think it
it
would just
to
depend
go
on what you
before
roll.
oxygen becomes weird?
Like if you're able to focus, you know what I mean?
I don't know that either.
But
Would it be like
Have you ever
a -1 per 1,000 feet on?
it would be a higher
Perception or something?
DC the higher you went.
Okay.
So like if you were flying low to the ground, it'd be the same as normal. But as you got higher, it would raise the.
I guess it would depend on what you're trying to find. Like, oh, that Terrarask is quite easy to see from 1,000 feet. That rat is not as easy to see.
Do Aarakocra have advantage on perception checks based on sight?
I don't think so.
That would be a good thing to give him, like call it Eagle Eye or something.
Yeah.
But we're leaving town, I guess, right?
Mhm.
Out on the open road.
So would this count as a short race?
How long are you going to fly?
So
You're gonna
if
The
fly
you
to
get
eternal question.
Yeah.
So I can get my spell slot back.
I say I can fly for like months.
Wizards get them back on a
I
short
think
rest.
you get a certain amount. I've only used one, so I think I can get it back.
You get half,
Okay, half and back. That's perfect.
half your level.
Which is fine.
That's okay. I didn't want any coffee.
Me neither.
We could take.
You want to take a quick break for a coffee?
You want to take a half break?
We can look up the spell slots.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. So you're heading out of the city of Sentrusi. You're driving Armageddon. Bertram is in shotgun. You're flying.
I say I'm at 5,000 feet.
Yeah, you're not. you can reasonably be at like
40
like,
feet.
Take your 40 up and then fly. What? Yeah. I mean, you could go higher, but then I'm gonna start making shit hard
It's like 5,000 feet, and then we get into scrap. It's like, okay, it's just gonna take me 23
for you.
rounds
I'll be there.
to fly back down.
And you and Ginjo are in the back, correct?
Yeah.
All right. So the three of you, if you can roll me some perception checks, please.
I'm also flying stealthily.
You cannot fly stealthily in. Not yet. You're in the back.
Hey, not bad.
Actually, not so
It's not in full daylight,
4.
in the middle of a
I'm
field.
gliding, I'm quiet at least.
22.
19.
It's not gonna
You got it right.
It's under wisdom.
That's 3. So 12.
Okay. As you're going, this is a well-traveled road. You do meet people coming and going from the capital. You don't see anyone who appears to not be where they belong. And you don't have any trouble navigating to Elysium. So unless you have something you want to do or say on the travel, you have now arrived in Elysium. Congratulations. It is a smaller city. It's right there on the bank of the river, and you know, just you can kind of smell it, that this is predominantly a fishing and trade post. So they do a lot of fishing themselves, and then they trade goods that come up from the forest or downriver throughout the kingdom.
How far are we from the river?
The Elysian is on the river proper, so like the southeastern part of the city abuts the river.
Can I
I
fly
do-
over to the river and try to catch a fish?
You can. You'd be very far away from the party.
Okay, so we're
Because
not next to the river.
You're on the other side of the town. You just entered.
Okay,
town of
I'll wait to do that.
I mean, you can if you want. I won't say no.
All right, I'm
Got
gonna
raisins.
Yeah, give me another banana back there. Please.
land on the ground with a whoosh. Yeah.
Excellent. You all are here at the northwestern entrance to the city. It's not very large. I mean, it's a decent sized city, but Sentrusi is really the only city proper in the kingdom. The rest are more villages. It has one main thoroughfare that leads directly towards the river, where there's a small bridge, and then it peters off into forest. So it's not really a through road per se. And you were told that the Cordovrian was with
The ancestor of Alyssa.
right, the descendant of Alyssa, the original paladin, and so you reckon that they're probably city center, maybe part of the government still.
Makes
Mr.
sense.
Bertrand, why are they called paladins?
Hmm.
What's a paladin? Why are they in them?
Well, I think pallid must be some old word for armor or something. And din, I don't really know what the rest of the word's about. That's my guess, though. I'm really not much of a historian myself, or a linguist. Maybe we can ask a paladin if we meet one.
Where do you want to go?
Where are we supposed to be going?
Well, I know we need to find someone that is related to that old paladin Alyssa, who I guess this town's named after, so
Is there like
like a mayor,
keep or something in this
What-
place?
what time of day is it?
town hall, anything like that.
It is noon.
It's noon.
Sounds
I'm
high,
gonna
but-
drive my wagon near the market where all the people are, and just gonna. Do we need to? Is anyone allowed to set up shop?
You get the idea that if you just pitch a tent, you'd probably be encroaching on somebody's
Okay.
turf,
So-
but there's not like official stalls that you have to buy a
Take out
permit or
whoever it
something.
is.
Yeah, basically, I'm just gonna park the wagon near the market. We should go to the market and just ask the people that all the people are there, all the merchants who actually live here. They should know where everybody is. We'll find them there.
Fair enough.
The
Wait,
market is
guys,
close
I have
to
an idea.
season.
In the market, I want to put on a performance, and I guarantee you that will get everybody in the town.
Was his show good?
Somebody
Did we
has a
see a
pretty
show?
high
Was it
opinion
good?
of himself,
I don't
but
exist, I'm God. What do you want?
you know what? I mean, if you want to put on a show and get everyone's attention, that's fine, I suppose.
So you're setting up. Are you trying to like sell out of the back of the wagon?
I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to park the wagon near the market, go over to the merchants, and start asking around for that location. That family.
Roll perception to see who you think might be interested in talking to you. And are you really going to set up a performance?
Oh yeah.
Okay. So roll perception to see where you're going to set up.
20.
Nat
20.
All right. You look around and you see lots of people who are very, very busy, who are quickly trading. There's lots of yelling across the courtyard as people are haggling about how much all of these goods are. And kind of in the middle, you see this guy just kind of leaning back against the post. There's people working all around him, but he's kind of just chilling.
Okay. Bertram's with me, yes?
Yeah, I'll go with you, you little hippie.
What's your roll perception?
Perception or performance?
Perception first. You're going to find an arena.
I'm leaving a trail of
18.
apple cores and bananas and stuff behind me as I go.
The market
You should talk.
is near like a central kind of park in the mountains.
Okay, mine's
now,
plus
and
one,
there's
so
kind of
that's...
an area that is flattened grass that you can use.
My perception's great. My charisma on the
Alright, so I'm gonna walk out there and just start yelling. 5 gold pieces. 5 gold pieces to the first person who manages to hit me.
Oh, okay.
I run over.
Mitsuki's gonna climb up
I'm not my bow. I'm gonna hold off. and
Ginger's
focus.
shoulders, and she's like making nerd lights above your head with resonant stations. Gonna get
Nice.
people's attention.
Very cool. Very cool. I don't know what to make you roll for that to see if anyone's interested. Roll intimidation. Let's see.
Looking for the actual.
Who's
No,
thinks-
Not good.
It was like
Does
a
he
20
get
and then I
advantage because of the nerd lights?
Hell yeah. Make an advantage.
Alright.
Yo, try again.
Nice.
Better.
Yeah, worked. Intimidation. That's a 16.
16. As you're heading out to talk to this guy who's on the post, you see probably a dozen or so kind of pull away from the market and head towards the center grassy area.
Fair enough. Does this guy go though? He stays?
No, he stays.
Wait, how many people?
Doesn't. Well,
Yeah.
that is a significant number of the people who are not currently like selling stuff.
Alright. Does anybody take my offer?
I mean, there's a line of 12 people. They've queued.
Oh, okay. Alright.
So I guess it'd be like you rolling acrobatics versus like a commoner's chucking a rock or whatever.
Let me get a commoner really quick.
I really hope I
This
can
is one of the
use
things I had
acrobatics,
open
'cause that was
in
my
my
play,
close
because that's a plus 7.
Do I see any guards around, by the way?
Queen's Guards? Yeah, I mean, there are some. They're all chilling around. They don't look particularly interested. Like, you get the idea that they're kind of there to keep the peace, and what that means here is that they get to chill at the tea shop and kind
Okay, thanks.
I want to talk to this dude after he's done getting pelted. I'll watch that for a minute.
I'll shoot him after we're done here.
Eldritch Blast. Doesn't magic missile automatically hit?
Yes, it does.
Does anyone have magic missile?
I meant
I meant
fists. I meant fists.
I thought fists. Okay. I thought it would be like you'd be flying and they'd be trying to like throw something at you.
Well,
It would be cool if he threw magic missile and then he suddenly said shield.
Damn it, you're right.
of... Okay, so this is going to be simultaneous. So you guys are going to be over talking to him while these guys are doing this performance.
Okay.
I'm going to go ahead and do the performance first.
Okay.
And then I'll hit you guys. So you see a stout, burly guy walk up, and he looks like he's been chucking fish his entire life. And he's got big, burly hands, a barrel chest.
So I'm going to say, alright, so
some
I'm
armor.
just going to explain the rules to everybody. First punch is free. Every punch after that costs a silver piece. But you get 5 gold pieces if you hit me.
He looks kind of like he's sizing you up, and then you hear a bunch of jeers from his friends in the background, like, "Oh, come on, you can take. What is this? Are you getting coward? Like, you're gonna back up?" And so he goes up to deliver a swing, just kind of round punch you.
It's commoner. It's got like a plus 20 to hit, right?
What's your AC?
Do I do AC? I was hoping I could
Can
do
I...
It's
Alright.
AC.
AC is 17.
17. The first one swings way wide.
Ah.
Like, he looks at you, and like you can see about mid punch, he's like, "Wait, this guy has wings," and like it just kind of like throws him off, misses you entirely, and he looks rather sheepish at his friends, and one of them tosses 2 silver at him.
Two more punches.
2 more punches.
So does he get to an opposed roll versus this?
Can
No, his armor class includes dex, so it includes your ability to dodge within it.
Can I try and like move some of the sparkling node lights in front of the dude's eye to give him disadvantage?
Make a stealth check.
We're gonna get in trouble for doing a dirty game.
Oh, I wish he had told me. I could have.
Stealth.
Done that too.
I could have boosted his AC to 20.
Hey, 20.
20?
Yeah.
Yep, no one sees you do it. As he rolls the punch, he very badly misses that. He
Bad
biffs
enough
it.
that he throws on his back?
He biffs it. So he goes to punch you, and that light gets in his eyes, and he gets really disoriented, and he just twists and falls to the ground.
Fist coming closer and closer to the little girl behind him.
Where are you precisely?
I wanna.
She's sitting on Ginjo's shoulder,
Where's Ginjo in relation to him?
like very close.
Did I notice her helping me?
Within range of prestidigitation, that's where.
Your passive perception is like not high enough, I don't think.
She'll have to be within 10 feet of this dude.
Yeah, there's a lot of
Yeah.
people with
She'll,
this.
yeah, she'll have to be within 10 feet of
No,
this
it's
dude.
not gonna be. No, not even close. Nope, you don't see it. And he's really sheepish, and he stands up and he looks at the next guy. The next guy's like, "Oh, if you're not gonna do it, I will." So he goes back in the crowd, and this guy's gonna get 2 swings because he already paid 1 extra silver for you, and he's gonna take a look
With disadvantage again. Did you just keep doing it?
at him. No, that one actually.
Prestidigitation lasts up to an hour, so
Yes.
I guess I could. Could have tried the same thing.
Yeah, go for
My node lights up for an
it.
hour.
Roll stealth.
9.
Or 9. So you go to move the lights, and as you do, this guy who's like rearing back to swing just kind of and looks at you instead, and he's like, "This is a rigged game. This is a rigged game. This little, what even are you? Halfling?
I'm 6.
Child? You have a child rigging your game?
I don't know this child.
Roll deception.
It's a sham! I'm making lights.
I think that's a 17.
Farmer Joe from down there goes.
He believes that you don't know this kid, and so he turns and he rounds on
Mizuka's just turning. She's like making the lights go elsewhere.
Ginju and swings.
Oh no!
Is he gonna go for Genji or the girl?
Ginju.
Oh, that's lame. Beat up the little girl. Be a man.
That most definitely hits. Ginju takes 3 points of bludgeoning damage.
It's a monk.
Okay.
I want to defuse the situation.
Didn't you? What
You
is
can
Because
try.
I
What do you
have
do?
stats?
it's one of my.
Yeah. I have
They're
a-
not very good. That's just it's
half work, dude.
Yeah, they're not very good.
You know, we
Don't
left
worry
them
about
for
that.
like not even.
No, it's literally like the first.
Well, there's
town,
been
the
three
first thing
attacks. There's
they
been
do in
3
the first
attacks, so
town.
it's been 18 seconds.
I don't know why the queen trusted any of us to do this.
Yeah.
She was
features and
foolish.
traits.
We left a birdman and a half orc and a 6-year-old girl.
I like that I have slow.
You know what? I think honestly, this is a little bit on us for not responsibly watching every single thing that they do.
Yeah.
So
But I thought the bird guy was technically an adult or something, so he
You
would.
got like 10 seconds
The
before I
half
roll the
orc was
second.
supposed to be is a
where's the
caretaker for
background?
everything.
She's his ward, not our trouble.
Yeah.
So I guess it's on him, really.
What are you looking
Yeah, he'll take care of
It's
it.
not going to reflect well on us. in the
Personality
end.
traits. Nobody stays angry at me or around me for long, so I can defuse any amount of tension.
for? What are you gonna do? How do you plan to do it?
Alright.
Because you can see this guy just wailed on Ginju and he's got the second strike coming. What are you gonna do?
Oh, I'm gonna say, my good sir, give you back your money. Just wanted to let everybody know I'll be back here tomorrow for the greatest show of acrobatics and martial arts you've ever seen.
Who's there? Who's there?
Is it ring 2?
Well, it's just gonna be a show.
Roll persuasion, see if he buys it.
Farmer Joe throws a tomato.
Yes, he totally buys it.
you should be nicer to old people.
17.
Give me back the 4 silver and I will not bring this up to the week's
All right.
Subtract 1 silver from what you have, please. Subtract 2 silver, actually, from what you have, please.
Because it's 2 and 2.
Yeah.
Wait, I didn't. Oh, I didn't ask.
You only received 2 silver, and he asked for 4 back.
Oh,
But after that, the crowd very quickly disperses. They're like, "Oh, this guy." Everything goes.
So she'll just pull you a glass. Sorry, and give you a gold piece.
Sean has no concept of money. Just so you know, like, a gold is what, like, a commoner could reasonably earn in, like, months? It's really, really high for gold.
Yeah.
moving not work?
It's like a...
What?
People
No, you
live
have to
off
put
of,
something
was
in
it
there.
daily
Oh, it
living? I
doesn't-
think it was
so if you
2
put-
silver.
No. Like,
Something
CPU.
like that, yeah.
2 or half a gold a day.
And there's 100 silvers of gold, right?
No, 10 silver.
No, it's 10 silver.
10 silvers of
Yeah.
gold.
So,
Okay.
Copper penny.
so
Silver
regular
time.
people, they're like 2 to 5 silver per day. 5 is about per day.
Yeah.
Okay, we're good now. So I have 25 gold and
Without
8.
being rich. Rich people live
Wait,
off like
no,
2 gold
silver,
a day.
I don't like rich people.
10 gold. Now 9 gold.
Because
Because
I
you were
want their
given
money.
10 gold.
I had 15 on here for some reason to start
Okay.
off. And you just gave me one.
Yeah, she gave you one gold.
You're totally getting
Okay, back to you
You're
guys.
totally getting a birdie right
So,
there.
behind you hear a commotion,
Oh, yeah,
but you just don't even pay attention.
we watched the show. I watched
Oh.
this pathetic display. No, I
I thought
watched
I'd
it
be able to
play
use
out.
acrobatics.
I was one of the
We
people
discussed a
bored.
little, we talked a little bit, we said, it's maybe our fault for not watching them the whole time. We did leave a bird person and a child
I thought
and
it
an
was
old man
hilarious.
alone
That
in a
is
strange town.
funny. That is funny. I really was booing them.
I will admit though, I did like watching that orc get socked in the face.
Yeah, I'll take care of that that later.
He can stew in it for a minute.
Yeah.
So anyways, this mysterious man sitting so coolly against the post.
Yay.
I'd like to waddle, I guess, is what a halfling's walk would be described as.
Is it? Is it?
I've seen Willow. It seemed like a waddle to me. But
What do you look like completely?
oh, okay. So wearing my leather armor, short sword at my side, shield along my back with my bow and arrows. It's kind of packed back there, I guess, maybe. And have my thinning hair kind of combed over. It's not, no one's buying it or anything, but he does it out of vanity. Little pot belly, because he hasn't been on much active duty lately or anything, just training youngins to shoot a bow. Decent sized arms, I guess, from doing archery his whole life. But that's about him. No beard or facial hair necessarily. Kind of a round face. Little rosiness in the cheeks maybe, a little red tinge on the nose from drinking so much.
Sounds good.
Excellent. As you walk up, this guy, he makes that you're heading in his direction, but he doesn't move any. As you get closer, you can see this is an elven man with a nice tan, long blonde hair. And he's chilling.
Okay. Before we approach, once I spot him, we begin to approach. I guidance him.
So I just want to go up and say, hey there,
Thanks for guide.
you look like someone that knows all about this town. You native?
Well, you see him kind of chew a little bit, and he spits off to the side, and he's like, "You with those guys?"
I was booing them. Didn't you see me throw the tomato? I thought they were hilarious. You
I also watched you come into town with them. So,
But yeah, I'm not gonna lie. We're sort of working with them. Just met them today. Not super impressed, honestly.
what do you want?
Did I hit him with
We're
the
just
tomato?
looking for someone around town.
Roll one improvised attack.
No.
You don't add proficiency.
Yeah, so just 11.
You manage to get her shoulder.
What are you doing?
I'll totally shield that.
From a tomato?
Fuck yes.
You manage to get almost her shoulder, and then
She sticks her tongue out.
Is that a spell?
yeah.
So you just use the spell
Waste
slot
of
to
the spell
block
slot
it.
to
She's
block a
6.
tomato.
She is
She's
sick.
good.
Yeah, that's fine. That makes sense in character. But I just want to tell this guy we're looking for would be an ancestor to the paladin Elisa.
An ancestor?
Yeah, just someone maybe who generation goes back quite a ways in town.
I'm
Old
gonna
blood.
assume you mean a descendant. What do you want?
Ancestor, descendant, it's the same thing. Yes. Don't have a lot of time, okay? But if you could just point me in the proper direction. Not gonna hurt him. I'm part of the Queen's Guard here. We're just looking for this person.
Are you wearing the Queen's Guard insignia?
Yeah, of course I'm wearing my...
We just
I
here
love
to
my
deliver
guard
a
outfit.
message.
Roll persuasion, please.
Oh, God damn it. So
Plus a
guidance
D4.
Plus a D4. So +1 is what I think I'm predicting. Hey, +2. Ah!
Did you both roll ones?
I rolled
Wait,
a 2.
halfling reroll.
You're right. Halfling.
Halflings reroll.
Halfling luck. Thank you, baby Jesus. A little better. Okay.
Where'd you go?
So 15, 16.
Do you have persuasion proficiency?
No.
He kind of looks at your insignia on your lapel and looks back at you. Looks over at where this scene is kind of still cleaning up and is like, I'm not gonna just like point you towards.
But you're saying you do know who I'm talking about.
I mean, yeah, you're in Elysium. What do you want?
You know what? I'm kind of tired of dealing with this jackhole. Let's just talk to someone who can actually fucking help us.
Oh.
Because this guy doesn't want money.
It's not about. We have to deliver a message. Queen's sent us. He's a little harsh. My friend's a little harsh here, and we're hoping that you'll be able to help us out.
Yeah, seriously. Okay, roll persuasion as well.
Were any
I
of
cast pat on the back.
were any of the local
Okay.
guards watching the display?
Oh yeah, but they didn't get
Yeah, I'm willing to not deal with this
12.
jackhole anymore and just talk to the guards.
+5 is 17 minus 1 is 16.
Did
You both rolled 16.
Yeah, I'm done with him. Let's just talk to the guards.
Mitsuki
okay.
and Genjo are going to go to one of the closure guards there.
Okay, so I guess we'll catch up with each other then.
So your group just turns and huffs off, and you all catch up, and you can see you're in this little garden area across the way from where the market is. There's like a little tea shop. You
Okay.
can see some guys just chilling there, having a good laugh.
So Genjo will say to them, pardon me, but Lady Mitsuki would like to have an audience with the local mayor of the town, or person who runs the village.
Seriously? Oh, I gotta come up with 2 names real quick.
She can do that. She has a scroll pedigree. It's
Bert
one thing
and
to
Ernie.
do.
Yeah, it's too bad. They're Marco and Anna. So there's two guards chilling here, sipping their tea, and as you walk up, they're very amused. Like, you can tell, like, one of them has tear tracks because they were laughing so hard about what just happened, and they think this is absolutely hilarious. And they're kind of pointing at Genjo and being like, a little bit of shiner there. How's that going for you?
Hey, guys, it's okay.
It's of no
We're not-
concern. Please, so he'll let Mitsuki scroll the pedigree we require.
She is
We
legit,
require an
guys.
audience with the
Noble from the
person
capital.
who's
What
in
all
charge of
does
this.
the scroll pedigree say?
Allows me to get an audience with the ruler of any city.
Very nice.
That's what it does.
Okay, so
That seems almost overpowered.
combining
She's
that
not-
scroll with
Within
Depends
reason.
depends who you present it to.
combining that scroll with your actually being a Queen's Guard, you can roll persuasion with advantage.
18.
This is just they rolled really high on their bullshitter, and they're kind of like, well, I mean, if you're with her, we'll take you, and they lead you back a little way towards where you came. There's a large building there that you can tell is like probably the mayor's manse, like, and it's properly situated to where if you were looking down from it, you could see the market area and where you just had a little display. And they lead you up there, and they knock on the door, and one of them disappears inside for a little bit, carrying that scroll that you had, and then comes back out, and they said, "Farewell, you will be seen." But
Thank you.
let's try not to have any more of that show inside. I mean,
Tomato oil.
please do it outside. Please. Please. Alright, as you enter, there's it's like the castle for the queen, except for much smaller. There is like a nice like parlor area that you open into, and they lead you off into a small like dining looking area, or setting room, a sitting room, and in a little bit a human child and an older human woman. And the woman looks at you and says, "Okay, what's all this about?"
She'll sit down in a little chair. Hello. We need to see. What was the lady's name?
We don't know her name, but we're looking.
The lady, the one who was in the thing, Paladin.
Yes, so we need to find the living ancestor, any current living ancestor of the paladin Alicia.
Ancestors are before, my dude.
What? Oh,
Ancestors
descendant.
are always before.
Okay, you're right. Yeah, we need to find the descendant of Alicia the paladin.
Actually, it matches. Your intelligence is 8.
It's not. Yeah, it
absolutely
wouldn't-
does.
yeah.
Like I legitimately thought it was like just something from Bert from the other campaign where he's like, yeah, the Suzuki's, yeah.
No, I just was not even thinking about it. I was just saying whatever.
Yeah, that's all well and good, but why would you need to see Lord Kina?
We have a message from the queen.
Let's hear it.
It's not for you to hear.
Unless you're Lord Kina.
I suppose introductions are in order.
Are you Lord King? Because I'm going to be very embarrassed if I just said it's not for you when it is for you.
I am Trustee Morena. This is Lord Kina. And she gestures to the child.
Ohio.
God. She speaks Japanese.
I'm Farmer Joe, sent by the queen to accompany these. This is
The queen's
Bert.
in a farmer.
I'm sent by the queen. I'm known as Farmer Joe. This is part of the Queen's Guard, Bertram. This is what's your title again?
I'm Lady Harano
Uh,
Mitsuke.
Yeah, I introduced my papa, and I introduced. I forgot everyone's names.
My name is Thuak, but
Jackie.
call me Jackie.
The walk just makes me so happy. And I know I can't say it, but it makes me so happy. Yeah, okay, so we're here. You have an audience. Congratulations. Did you want tea?
Yes, please. Would you like some apples and bananas?
Brought your apples. You just have a sack
Did you
of
buy them
bananas
from the
with
market? They're quite good this time of year.
Oh no.
And she
Right.
gestures at the tea.
I want to whisper to.
Sure.
This is top secret shit. Not shit. This is a top secret
So
mission.
we're not going to be able to talk to the Lord without his or her aides next to them. That's not happening.
I mean,
Can
who knows
I-
where this person's allegiances really lie, though? Is it with the crown or?
And that's the way these meetings work.
Can I do a cursory arcana check of the room to see if I notice anything that might be a listening device?
Go for it.
What would a listening device look like?
She's it should notice if something looked kind of arcane. I would imagine would be a 20.
I should be using key points. I could be using dodge. Never mind that.
Live and learn.
Do
For the
monks
next
get-
show,
Do
the
monks
next
get
town.
dodge for bonus actions?
If I use
Actually,
key points.
Use a
They
key point.
Vince, I
Yeah.
gotcha. You don't see anything magical here.
Okay. So can I I'll message Lord
Kina.
Kina. He's a little boy, yeah.
Yeah, he's
Okay.
about 10. He's a little bit older than you.
Are you allowed to talk, or does the lady do all the talking for you? Ken Joe's a little bit stuffy sometimes.
You hear in your head whatever sounds like question mark, question mark, question mark. Like that kind of like, what? And then like, out loud he says, I can talk.
Oh, good. She says out loud.
Okay, so I guess we'll drink our tea,
Yep.
sit, and we'll discuss things for a moment.
I pull out fruits and vegetables from my things because I'm about a 6 foot tall human long hair. I'm wearing full chain and a cloak, but I have bags and pouches full of stuff on me because I'm kind of a merchant and like carrying stuff.
Very nice of them. Yeah, so you set up a little platter, like a tasting platter. I'm gonna say some of this is probably not available in the market here. It's goods from further north in the kingdom, and so it's kind of a nice, like almost delicacy kind of thing.
I'm not gonna sit down.
I've
I'm
grown
gonna be
this
like,
myself.
Really?
Yes.
How interesting.
I'm gonna be flapping my wings, hovering in the air. I don't want to sit down.
Do you mind? It's just, I think we have enough of a breeze.
Feather just dropped in my drink too.
It's not the most hygienic way to.
Are you calling me dirty?
Well, it's more the dust mites in the air that you're stirring up. Really.
Fine, alright.
Yeah, it's not a
Nothing
Superman
else.
flight. It's wings. You're doing this. You're in the room doing this.
So,
Okay, wait.
Makes me really
Who
uncomfortable.
wants to do the talking for this part? Who wants to introduce our dilemma to Lord Kina?
Here's the thing.
I was on
Lord,
my phone, so I
Lord
didn't
Kina, as you can tell, is but a 10-year-old boy. His parents tragically passed away a number of years ago. In their stead, I am trustee for him until he reaches age. So if you're going to discuss with him, I will be in the room. But I hope that we can help you. I'm really not sure why you're here. You said you had a message from the Queen.
We are seeking an artifact that we believe Lord Kina may still be in possession of, called the Cordumbrian. It is just merely a piece of a greater artifact. We require it.
For what?
To
what's it?
Yes, the Queen desires it. It's very important to her, and thus very important to us.
The Cordumbrian has been in our family for, 20 generations.
I understand that, and we wouldn't ask if it wasn't very important. Is there perhaps anything we could do to help you out in some way to earn your trust?
Do you have any sort of paperwork showing that you're from the Queen or something?
Does my bracelet have like anything on it? No. Silver box. Is it decorated in any way with like a royal sigil?
It is definitely silver.
Okay, but I mean silver can be worked and decorated.
yeah, no, it's got an intricate like design on it. It's not of like the
No royal seal or
royal
anything
seal,
like
no,
that.
no, no.
Okay.
Give us
You get the idea that
A letter?
you've probably been around long enough to know that the intricate of it is like a sigil. It's like magical based in how it's engraved.
Did this woman introduce herself?
Yes,
Yes.
this is Trustee Marina or Rana. I can speak.
We could contact the Queen now, but Marina and Lord Kino, are you aware of the purpose of this artifact which you hold?
No. I mean, no. It's a family heirloom.
The true purpose of it, its history, is to call forth, if you find all the artifacts, to call forth the aid of heroes to the land. And this is confidential, but war is coming.
Oh, I didn't want to say that part out
No,
loud.
no. It's okay, because this is supposed to be a lord, right? He's one of the trusted keepers. We need to unite the artifacts. The time has come. Your kingdom, as well as ours, has known peace for quite a long time. But if war comes, we may lose it all. We need your help in this endeavor.
It's a quiet couple of moments after you speak. She's sipping from her tea. Yeah, small furrow on her brow. You see every once in a while she's kind of raking her hands through her hair and staring off in the distance. She says, I'm not certain that this is the right thing to do. But if you will help us, we will.
Name it.
Seems fair.
We've been having trouble with a witch who lives in the Forba Forest, just across the river. It's, every day it seems like we pull less fish. No one can go into the forest to collect supplies. If you can handle that, then we will give you the core number.
Are you sure it's the witch that's been harassing people in the woods?
Maybe.
Could be orcs, you know them dirty orcs.
Well, I mean, orcs are a dirty and violent race, but we'll not hold that against our friend here
You
right
see
now.
kind of
Mind your tongues.
a steward who's been carrying the trays and who's very clearly half orc. It's just like,
Yeah, whatever. I fought enough against them during the rebellion.
what's no rebellion? No, it's fine.
It
It's
was
fine.
a coup.
It wasn't good.
Why? Alright.
Alright, so,
Don't you understand that everyone here is going to be killed, like, pretty quickly if we don't get these things together? Like, war is coming.
we're on a timeline of like a week to
What
travel
I-
this land.
What I understand is that 5 people just walked into my town, caused a ruckus outside, then decided to announce themselves as being sent by the queen to take one of our most treasured family heirlooms. You have nothing to prove you are who you say you are. I will let your deeds speak for you.
And they shall.
What time is it?
Awful good to evil now.
You,
And
if you like, you are more than welcome to try a different way around this problem if you want to.
Can
If you're
Not with
trying
my
to avoid
charisma.
this, you can try and persuade or give some sort of treat or something. Like, I'm not trying to hem you in that you have to go do this,
Can we
but you have
we
to.
can send a message back to the queen and ask her, hey, you probably should have sent us with like a letter or something.
Oh, she's gonna be
She
on
didn't,
toilet.
yeah. This was like top secret. But yeah, people are gonna want to know that we're actually sent by the queen, but she can't admit that she sent us.
So Mitsuke will
We're just too
will
embarrassing
look
to
at
admit.
Lord Kina and say,
You know, my parents let me do a whole bunch of things because they trust me. They trust me that I can take care of myself mostly and I can do things. And, one day I'm going to take over the whole business and run things and help people in the way that my family helps them. Don't you feel like you should be making this decision for yourself instead of somebody who's been trusted to be your keeper? You're an adult. So am I. We can do these things ourselves.
trying to persuade him
My
to make the
parents
choice.
are dead.
Then you have their trust.
That's such a strange response.
My parents are dead, and they knew that I'm 10, or rather 5 when they died. I rather like that trusting Marina takes care of things when I need to do other stuff.
And one day you won't be 10 anymore, and you can make these decisions too. Do you think it'll be good if more people die like your mom and dad?
No,
So can we have the artifact?
no persuasion.
Aww.
Can I roll in the box? Because that's what it was angry.
No, because I got an natural point.
I was actually.
And he says, "Well, I'm just 10. I'm not an adult, and I don't want to be an adult right now. I just want to be 10. I trust Marina. She's been with me for the last 5 years. It's okay. You can take care of
I
it.
want to be too intense right now at this moment. I'm dialing it back though now.
You can take care of it, and then we can give it to you, and then everything will be okay. Right? I mean, it would be a lot of help because my town doesn't.
What kind of flavor are we talking about this lady who does magic and bad things?
Lots of like fire, mostly. Lots of fire, and I don't know much, but there's lots of fire.
Fine. I look at Marina. So has this witch actually shown herself?
We have some scattered reported sightings, but the problem is most of the people who encounter her don't come back.
Okay, so
It's all based on the state of the remains that we are able
what are the state of the remains? Burnt? Always burnt? Is there drained?
to. Usually, I would say burnt. Some of them are just pin cushions.
Are there any left over?
But left over what?
Remains?
No, I don't know how you do it in Sentrusi, but we bury our dead.
Bones or anything like that?
No, I didn't keep a reliquary of random peasants.
That's kind of rude, but okay.
So, how often are these attacks?
Well, it was just once every great while, but it's been more and more frequent lately. I'd say once a week at least.
Once a week. Do you have any leads on the location, or we need to do a stakeout across the river?
Yeah, if you go across the river into Corvo Forest, it's not the easiest path to see, but there is a path that takes you close to where we leave.
Did anybody take survive?
No.
I did.
I'm a city halfling.
But I'm thinking, I'm looking at our Jackie here.
Yeah.
'Cause,
Eye in the sky.
we have a scout.
Yeah.
Okay, well, you know what? I say, if that's what we have to do, then that's what we have to do.
I look at Bertram. I'm more comfortable with this talking and negotiation. I'm not so good. Which is just
No, if
working with my
they-
hands. I am.
If they won't relieve themselves of what is essentially a sentimental item for the good of the realm, then we will do what we have to do to get it.
Would you know if there are any people currently in the graveyard that are unclaimed and not likely to be claimed? So that I can borrow?
It scares me.
I mean, I personally don't keep a record
There's like a pit or something they toss
Dead?
everyone in.
Yeah, she's a
of
little.
most families bury their own.
Oh, I meant unclaimed.
Hobos and such.
I guess you could go down to the hospital, see what's there.
Would you mind if we borrow one of your citizens?
I don't feel comfortable answering that. You want to borrow a dead person? Like, are you gonna make a scarecrow? Like, what's...
Oh, no.
Okay, creepy child.
Yeah, creepy child.
So, it's a deal then?
Yes.
You'll shake on it?
I can borrow someone? You shook it. Good.
Oh my god.
As we're walking out, I want to offer a little advice to Mitsuke. Mitsuke, I've learned in my decades of guard work that it's often easier to ask for forgiveness than permission.
She gave
And,
permission.
and before we leave, I ask Marina if she has any insignia, because in case we come across any trouble with your guards, or like we ask questions, we'd like them to know that we're working for you.
Yeah, if we can get like a seal or something.
Yeah.
If you've got your own thing going on, we can wave around in guard spaces.
If we're chasing witch, we don't want your guards to see us and like, shoot at us. We're on your side.
Okay, to you, she will give a cloak, and it's got a clasp that has the laser symbol on
Okay.
Double cloak.
it. But it's more cape than cloak. It doesn't have a hood.
Okay.
Can we
Cloaking.
stop
I
at
kicked
the
my cloak.
hospital?
Let's make a quick trip to the hospital, pick up supplies for...
what?
Help.
What kind of help?
Unclaimed people.
You've been listening to what she's been
Yeah,
talking
yeah.
about. Obviously, she has some fascination with corpses.
this is necromancy we're talking about. No.
She
Necro-
shook on it.
She shook on it, but necromancy is evil.
It's not. My family does it for generations.
Still
We
evil.
help people.
It's still evil. We don't need to summon. Are you talking about summoning undead and skeletons and zombies and such? Is this
One person to help us, yes.
corpses? She's talking about raising corpses.
I want to just
This-
grab her and put her on my back and we fly to the hospital.
Dear
Okay,
God.
whatever. I think we should just make our own way to the Forba forest.
I hand Bertram another tomato. You might need this.
It's starting to turn.
Who did the queen send us with?
She sent us with an eccentric bird and a corpse-obsessed demon child. Wow, just getting
Who's-
You're not even there, dude. You're flying on the back of an eagle to the hospital.
Out
We're
of-
making our way to the
Yeah.
riverbank.
Can you imagine it? Out of those three, I trust the orc the most.
I don't know. I'm not.
I don't know what's up with your fantasy racism, but orcs are valuable members of the community.
Uh-huh.
So do we get to the hospital?
Yeah, we're just gonna do the thing, go to the forest, and
We're
wait
doing
for
like
them.
flips and shit too. I'm making
Oh
it
my
fun.
Okay, roll an acrobatic check.
Alright.
See how that goes.
Drop the
Full
child.
strength check to hold on.
15? Yeah, I mean, this is something that you do a lot. You're fine. You do
gonna do?
and land in front of the hospital.
Ginjo is not impressed. He said
Where
to
is
follow you. He said
Ginjo?
to follow along.
Is
Follow
Ginjo
you
just
in
walking?
He's walking.
Yeah, you
Pretty
notice
much.
they arrive roughly at the same time. Not all that quicker
Yeah.
because you're doing all these stunts, aerial stunts. Cool. You're at the hospital. You open it up. There is like
Help the acrobat.
a small little kind of seating area
Okay.
and a desk that is just in the middle of the room with somebody standing in.
Okay. So Ginjo comes in and he's shaking his head. May we speak to the head physician, please? It's very common in the town. It's established.
So he looks at you, at Genjo, I mean, and sees that Shiner. Is like, yeah, just take a seat 1 second.
I do not think you understand. We were sent by Lady Mitsuke's father, who was a notable physician. He wished to discuss some matters with our people.
Well, as a physician, he should know that like patients come first before this kind of chit chat.
I'm sure they do.
Sure.
And he puts 10 silver on the counter.
Okay.
Person.
Bribing a doctor.
They scoop it up and put it in their bag and say, just go and head to the back.
Okay.
So, did we arrive at the same time?
Are we going to the
You
hospital
are not
or are we
at
going
the
to the river?
hospital.
Okay, so-
you are about halfway
To the river.
Okay,
I mean,
just wait
unless-
for him. We need him to find a path. We
Yeah,
can look
unless
ourselves.
you're running, you're not all that far.
We're chit chatting.
Yeah.
In a few
Back
seconds,
into
the door opens and the attendant who was there kind of leads you in.
Okay.
And you are set with a cleric name a cleric for a random hospital
Okay.
named
Archie.
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 Last name Bunker. Yeah.
Archie Bunker.
Alright.
He will not like orcs.
He will hate orcs. What?
What was it he was called? His son-in-law?
Meathead. Yeah. Meathead.
Thank you, Doctor. Lady Mitsuke is quite skilled in the medical arts herself.
What is Ginjo's charisma?
I have no idea. We can stand to do differently. That's entirely up to you. You understand the whole thing there.
Yeah,
so that's entirely
I'm
up to
not
you.
entirely certain he'd be that great of a talker, given his background.
I would say Mitsuke's father is quite well known.
Okay.
So
Okay.
she's gonna
Block or
talk,
something?
but yeah.
Orcs
Okay.
also get -2 charisma.
That's true.
All right. Okay.
But he's happy.
Yeah, it's nice to meet you, small child.
Hello. We heard a witch had been killing people. Do you know what happened to the bodies?
Yeah, they're buried.
Okay.
So, what would we buy?
Well, I just want to know if you have reports or anything.
He digs through a desk and gives you like 4 or 5 sheets of paper. And at the
Okay.
top it's got the name of the person, and then almost all of them say cause of death, extreme burned.
Okay.
And that's like pretty much all it says.
Hmm.
I mean, it's got who their families are and who they were released to, that kind of thing, but
Okay.
that's about it.
Just more fire.
Yeah.
They were right. More fire. Do you have any unclaimed people that are recently deceased?
Why?
Oh, we had permission from the lady that we could borrow one.
You want to borrow money?
We're gonna.
Yeah. Roll persuasion at disadvantage.
Okay.
Really creeped.
That's
Yeah.
17.
He is doing work
So 17?
really well.
So cute.
She is. She's a cute little girl.
He's really off put by this request, but he trusts that you are in fact speaking over trusting Marina.
She shook his head.
Not what happened. And he says, well, I mean, we do have one body that has yet to be claimed, but their family are on their way from out of town.
Oh, no. If they have family, it won't work.
Okay. In that case, no.
Okay.
She skips out the door.
You're gonna just let the kid wander outside?
Yeah, I guess I'll follow the kid outside.
Yeah, don't come back. Bye. Cool. You were in front of the hospital. You guys are by the bridge that
Yeah,
heads over the river.
Going to the bridge, going to the river.
You
Did
have,
we find the path?
you can see like the start of the path is pretty clear to follow. It's just as it winds further in the forest, it starts getting a little more overgrown, a little more difficult.
Should we just go on without them then, or should we wait at the entrance to the path?
I think we should go on ahead without them simply because if that child does what I think she's going to do and animates a zombie to walk through town, it's over.
Yeah, it might be an angry mob.
Were you aware that's what the queen brought her for?
I had some ideas, I guess, from the things she was saying back at the palace and from her family's
They're a
history.
very well-established family. It's well known. It's not anything hidden or bad. It's
No.
well-established.
I
in
doubt
town.
her family are going, like walking up to hospitals being like, hey, give me your unclaimed dead.
Yeah, desecrating
But
random
like,
people's bodies.
you know that the Hardo family in Sentrusi they do stuff like they aid detective work, like those cast Speak with Dead.
Speak with dead and preservation of bodies. That's what I
Yeah.
thought. Not really.
You should be
Turning
able to
them
have
into skeletons
a
and
necromancy donor card
Well,
on your cart license.
Every once in a while, that is what happens. If there's somebody who desperately needs some help that is within the family's realm, they will pledge like a year after their death to their service. But it's not as common of a thing to happen.
But are these people aware, or the families aware that you don't really pledge a year? Because once you become, your soul gets pulled back, it's chaotic evil. It's forever.
It's because it's been a family heritage thing for so long. They knew that was a problem to begin with, and they've developed ways around it, so they can kind of instill not so much a conscience, but as like a lock on that more chaotic side of things. And that's why the terms are left to a year. Because longer than that, they can't be controlled by terms.
Okay.
There are certain exceptions.
Wow, that child does stuff like that. I'm a cleric of life, so I just temporal life. Yeah,
It makes sense, rich people, money messes with their brains, and they get the idea, oh, what if I could just have a servant that isn't capable of not listening to me? Then you end up with zombies running around the house.
So you know what? This is the beginning of our journey. Let's continue on the path, and we'll find out what happens to them if they make it to us.
Fair enough. The bird's pretty quick anyway. If they can catch up to us, he would.
Awesome.
What
So
did we do with the leg?
We left it parked by the market.
Mhm.
Okay. Maybe tarp over it or something, I figure.
Oh, could I have paid someone?
To watch it.
yeah, for sure.
I'm sure there's places to
Yes.
park.
I'm sure as soon
The
as
merchant
you got
stuff
away
is
from
kept somewhere.
the guy named Tristan that you didn't talk to, I'm sure that you toss some coins at somebody.
There's a 3-story parking garage in town, so we'll just pay the fee.
It's kind of weird because there's not enough vehicles to park inside, but they still build it.
Yeah.
Worse is they're building a second one.
It's just really poor urban planning.
It's like Phnom Penh coffee shops. Just,
Yeah, they're just everywhere. Yeah.
Alright, so in the woods, we're just gonna forge our own sort of older, sort of whatever path through the forest.
Because this is difficult terrain, it's going to take you longer. As the bird flies, it probably will take you like an hour and a
What's
half.
that supposed to mean?
Exactly. But because you are trying to follow this overgrown path, and it is difficult terrain, you have to move slower, and it's going to take you, I would guess, 3 to 4 hours.
So
Am I able to fly at all, or?
You can fly over the forest, but the problem is the
I can't see-
canopy
I
is going to
can't
make
see.
it hard to see as well.
I give Bertram a platinum ring. Put this on. If there's a fight, this will protect you.
Well, hell yeah, that's...
Mechanically, what does it do?
I needed to cast a warding bond. Basically,
Okay.
if I cast it, it connects us, and he's resistant to all damage. Whatever damage he takes, I take.
I had that spell as Mardim, and I never used it.
I will
was like,
slip it on next to the old wedding band.
And also gives you
Is
bonuses
still
to your
daytime?
AC and saving throws.
Oh,
Yeah,
dang, what's that?
no. It is like 1 p.m. and it did not take long to do everything.
I imagine they could probably find us eventually.
Yeah. So as you get 100, 150 feet in, go ahead and roll that survival check, whichever one of you is.
Me.
Survival is under.
I have some.
Wait,
It's
wait.
wisdom.
Am I flying already, or can I be walking with him?
You can roll.
Why me?
Can I help with that?
How you can help?
Look at things.
Roll survival check.
It's a 9 plus.
You're not quite there yet. You're still
Oh my
6.
gosh. Okay, so
I
that
got a
was 8. So he did much better.
Okay, yeah. It's taking you a little bit to piece through. It is slowing you down a little bit, but you're on the path. You get not too much further forward, and roll survival for me.
Ooh.
Pretty good. 19 plus
Yeah.
1 and 0.
You get not much further down, and you can hear behind you
3.
that kind of tromping, and you look over and you can see the 3 of them making their way behind you. They're probably about 50 feet back now.
Only 3 of them.
1,
I
2,
wonder-
3.
I wonder
Okay, so
why should
did
I
it not- no
just
corpses.
burn
Okay,
people?
okay.
Maybe we should look for burnt trees or something.
Good idea. See if I want to see if I notice any burnt trees or anything.
Yeah, that'd be good. Yeah, we can meet up and then you
Nope.
can swoop ahead.
I get dirt in my eyes.
I see any burnt trees.
I'm like looking at the ground and trying to pull the dirt
Nope,
out.
that's an 8.
Cool, you have all met up together. And continuing forward. It is, like I said, difficult terrain, so it's a little slow.
So how'd it go in the town? Did you go to the hospital?
Mm-hmm. Everyone was burnt. Not at the hospital, the dead people at the witch camp.
Makes sense, I guess. Well, we'll have to watch out for that then. And what about you? Do you think you could
Scout.
be our eye in the sky for this?
Well, I can't see through the canopy of the trees. Like, is there enough space for me to fly at all underneath
Well-
the trees?
If you go as fast as you can, maybe could live in a clearing or something. Maybe there'd be some clues from above still. Nice. So yeah, scouting. I guess
Yeah,
it
you were
might not.
suggesting maybe looking for a clearing ahead.
Clearing
Okay.
and witches or people who are inside the forest, usually there will be some sort of disturbance.
Can I use my disguise skills to I want to like camouflage my body so I can like be flying and maybe they won't notice me.
What
If I
are
use
you
my stealth.
disguising yourself as that wouldn't be noticeable in the
I just want to make my
sunlight?
I just want to make my bottom half or when I'm flying so it'd be like my
I blew myself.
except the trees are gonna be dark still. There's
Okay, yeah,
big
so it'd
trees
be like,
above
so
us.
I felt like, okay, here's an idea. Little girl on back, making illusion of night sky directly under you as you search.
But it's still daytime.
It is
And
wonderful.
the trees.
Daytime, whatever. The trees are not an issue. We're looking for parts where there aren't trees or burnt trees.
Throw
Or...
a bag of flour on you and you're like a flying cloud.
I don't do it.
Nimbus!
Roll a dex check to see how well you disguise yourself.
X for disguise.
Dex.
Guys, is what?
It's not deception
God
necessarily.
damn. 4 plus 5 or something.
It's a zebra.
You definitely have paint all over the front of you.
Alright. Well, I'm gonna fly like that. So I'm just gonna fly forward
Alright, and we'll just go ahead slowly, I guess.
So you're going within the trees, or are you going above?
within the trees.
Cool. It is not difficult movement for you because you are flying, so you're able to quickly outpace them because they can go about 15 feet.
I can go 50.
Before he flies off,
50.
I pat him with good luck. So +1.
To my to
I'm
what?
gonna
Whatever
go
search or
ahead.
survival
Okay.
investigation roll.
Oh, wait,
It's a
I
guidance.
didn't grip that to that shit at all. Draw on the lost helm. 8 hours. Nice. Okay, I'll mage armor myself.
Okay.
13
That makes your
plus
AC.
13 plus dex.
$60 feet.
We probably
14.
dash
My
too
AC is
for extra.
14.
I thought your flying speed was
Are
40.
you're flying within, right?
I think it was 50 base and then plus 10.
Because 2 sets of eyes are better than 1.
No, your base speed is
Advantage.
35.
That's my
I
walking speed.
guess I could.
It's like 2 different speeds.
Oh,
But,
gotcha.
you know, I don't have
If
vision
you go
for
under
so
action,
if
I
I
think
fall
it'd be
off.
Strap yourself to
No, they can just bring you back.
it. You're-
Yeah, your parents will just bring you back.
I'm just gonna bring myself back.
Is it your parents? Oh,
Fair enough. 60 feet it is.
Yeah, no. If he's how high are you going?
He's staying within the trees, not really. 20 feet up.
No, she's probably gonna ride with Ginjo.
Yeah, so you zoom forward.
Does he know? Around?
How often do you check?
Like per feet. Like
Per
every
minute? Per...
just every 100 feet, I guess. Every
You'll
60
be
feet?
checking literally every second. You will check literally every second while you're going.
What else am I looking for? Sure.
Roll a general perception check for me, will you? That's not too bad.
That's only +3.
Are there any signs of
Yeah, 17.
sickness in the trees?
As you keep going, you're able to continually pick out that path and get through it. You're not having any trouble following it. In 30 minutes, you're still zooming down the path.
It's a long path.
Yeah.
wow, it is 50 feet.
What?
Speed 50.
Yeah. So, and then one gives me 10 or something.
Yeah.
So I think we're just gonna continue forward on the path as best as we can.
Are there any signs of sickness in the trees or not?
Roll investigation.
Yeah.
No, roll
Unarmored
nature.
movement.
Nature. Oh, shit.
I have nature.
You can roll nature too.
Nature. Ooh, I actually have +4. That's alright. 11.
Int plus 2 plus 5. 20.
There is not like a pervasive sense of sickness here. You don't see as much like wild game or wildlife as you would normally see, and the tree growth is very dense, to the point that it is starting to become dim light in patches, and then you get back to a break in the canopy, and then it's dim light again. No sickness though per se.
I'm looking for signs of disturbance, things which have gone through here. Because witches, they're not going to do it alone. They have minions. And their minions are not so subtle.
Sure. So I'm gonna just keep that nature check because you're basically checking the nature around you. Other than this main path, which at points is very easy to see, and then other parts is fairly overgrown, there are small animal trails that go off here and there. You're not seeing anything that you would think like some humanoid would go through.
What else did she say about this witch?
God, all I remember is just burns people or stabs them a bunch of times, and it's just people that go down this path run into her.
Goes alone.
Bait?
6-year-old girl.
That makes sense. It seems like all the attacks have been happening to individuals, not groups of people.
Like 40 minutes ahead, you don't hear any of it. Alright, you keep trudging, you keep going.
No, but it's not right to make the child the bait. If anyone needs to do it, I'll go by myself ahead.
I have makeup that can make you look like a child.
Ah, no thank you.
If
I can't imagine anything more insulting to a halfling. Be like, I can make you look like a kid.
Let's just say Lily's hit me with the makeup before, and I didn't like the results in the past. I like the more natural look, and there's not so much left to braid. I think I'll leave it as it is.
Just pull a bow out of her pocket and put some back in.
You know what? Give me the bow. Okay.
you already had a bow.
You're an hour into your walk or your flight. Can I get everyone to roll a new perception?
Is he going alone?
So I'm gonna. No, I figured
Not
that was the
yet.
plan. But maybe after this perception
Yeah.
check, depending on what happens.
This
Well,
was
it's only
happening
that.
while you discussed.
Oh my goodness, that is a solid 3, 4, 8.
7.
Okay, so the worst. Okay, I'm fine.
Not 20!
Not the worst.
Can I roll an insight about whether maybe I should turn back and tell them I didn't see anything? Would that be insight?
I feel like that'd just be your own.
That
whether
is you
could just
deciding
decide.
what you want to do, yeah.
Alright, well, I guess do I notice anything first?
With your 7? No, in fact, you're starting to lose the path a bit.
Alright.
Yeah, 20 plus
I think I'd
6,
probably turn back. I'll just tell them there's nothing like an hour ahead.
Okay, so another 30 minutes. You'll see them again.
Oh boy, that might not have been a good idea.
You notice as you're walking, you get to a section that is particularly dark, and as you go to step forward, you catch just a shimmer of motion on your periphery.
When I see the motion, flame.
You said, make a roll to attack. Let me see what happens first.
Hey.
16 plus 6, that's 22. Sacred flame.
Sweet, roll damage.
This wasn't
The
a save.
squirrel is completely dead.
It's 2 plus. What is it? Oh, 2 plus 5. So it's, what do you have for damage? It's,
Damage, it's usually just the ability, not the ability and the proficiency.
oh, okay, so it's 2 plus 3, so it's 5.
Okay, you do a healthy amount of damage to what you can now see is a charred skeleton that has a crossbow drawn.
30 minutes away.
Oh, Jesus. This is. Hey! Okay, well, that's something at least.
Wow, I'm rolling
Plus dex,
so
right? Yeah, so 20.
This metal dice is finally coming through for me.
I'm singing bird songs as I fly.
The birds are responding every little once in a while.
Do any of them sound horny?
I refuse to answer that. You had a 20?
Yes.
16.
Solid 10. So used to having such a
Not
high
initiative.
initiative.
Yeah, level 5 is very different than level 15.
So it's like its own dex-based characters. It's just,
Alright, you get to go first.
Right, I'm gonna draw my bow,
Mhm.
fling an arrow toward. Fling it, like I'm just gonna throw
Yeah.
it. Throw the bullets!
There's no time.
9 plus 8, 17.
Hits.
That'd be
So they see other targets?
4 damage.
4 damage, okay.
I mean, an arrow's not gonna do so much against a skeleton, I guess. I'm just amazed I hit it.
Oh, I
You
thought he
do
just burned
Oh,
up
resistant.
somebody.
But 4 damage.
But it is a
No,
a
it's actually
skeleton.
4 damage piercing.
Yeah, you gonna do anything else?
Well, oh wait, you know, I get an additional attack. Now that I think about it. I forgot, level 5.
Yeah.
That one's 23.
Definitely hits.
So that is another 6 damage.
As this second one hits, somehow it causes this skeleton to just collapse into a pile of bones. A very charred. You're out of initiative.
Oh my god, was that the witch? I didn't even see what it was.
Skeleton.
Oh.
I just caught a quick glimpse.
I'm gonna go try to get my arrows back.
any more things around us? Yes. No, 13.
Can't see anything else?
I want to go inspect the bones.
Do so.
I was just waiting for that.
Or how are you?
I'd like to taste the bones.
I just want to see if they've got any like
There's a bone
things
in the
still
orc's
on
mouth.
them, and if they're still usable. 11.
That was really nebulous, but I'm gonna say Nabra. he had a crossbow and 2 bolts, and the fire definitely took care of most of anything that was left.
So it wouldn't be possible to use these bones.
Roll an intelligence check. Straight intelligence.
It's not working today. 9.
Sure, go ahead.
You've been around this long enough that you understand when someone else has already animated a skeleton, it's very difficult to turn it to your own use
Okay.
immediately. It would require a longer ritual to try and do.
What kind of crossbow is this?
It's mostly burnt. That's what it is.
And the bolts are fucked as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
He was
So
not
you
carrying
barely
like
hurt
you
us
could.
all in the
I mean, you
first
could probably
place.
get like 2 crossbows if you really want them.
Why not? Can I use a crossbow?
Never cared for him.
Improvise.
Peasant's weapon.
Basically,
Cool.
yeah.
You keep going. Roughly
I-
15 minutes. Oh, sorry.
Just want to see how much that costs me.
So if they're
How
going
long
they're
lasts?
going my speed, I
I-
made it half the way back, and they
I would like to do a survival
I'll
check
never do
to
that.
see where that skeleton came from. It must have. Skeletons are not stealthy. He would have left a trail where he originated.
Oh, that's a 1.
Dunno. Peer
You
like
pick
a
up
ghost.
you pick up a bone and it cracks and dust gets in your eyes.
Oh god, I can't look at anything.
Yeah.
Can anybody detect magic?
Yes.
If I'm currently being burned or damaged by it, then yes, I can usually find it, but beforehand, not so good at it.
I know the spell, but I don't have it prepared.
Let's have
So that's a new.
let's just camp for the night. Whatever. 1 week, who cares? We'll just
Super 2 p.m. right now.
the kingdom will be fine in a month or 2.
Are
Take it
there any form of markings or arcane markings on any of the trees around us?
You already rolled a perception check.
I
And
was
you
looking
didn't
for
see
that.
anything. I counted it. It was the one that he rolled super well.
We should just continue on, I guess. Perhaps there'll be more skeletons hiding along the road to ambush us. What fun!
Yay! 15 minutes, you see a familiar, oddly painted Aarakocra swoop down.
Any luck?
Yeah, we saw
I
it.
found absolutely nothing.
Maybe follow the direction that the skeleton popped out of us from.
Yeah.
It was darker over there.
Is
Dark.
that lady lying to us?
No, the skeleton's here.
She said maybe she just wanted to get rid of us. She's
That
such
makes sense.
Well, the hospital did say there were all those burned bodies though.
Maybe she's burning them?
What lady? You mean a hospital lady or Marina?
No, the
Mayor.
one who's like pretending to take care of that boy.
Oh, she was taking.
pretending
She is
to
the
take care?
caretaker of the boy.
She's technically alive still. She's doing something, right?
Well, he needs to grow up. That's beside the point.
Yeah, 10-year-old should have the agency to make some of his own decisions by now, but whatever. Rich people are pampered little sissies. That's what I've gathered. I mean, you literally ride around on your orc slave's shoulders. I mean, that's not particularly rough and tumble, you don't think?
Is she
Not
actually
a
riding?
slave, so-
Is she walking or on his shoulders?
Okay, I'll let you think whatever you want, sir.
Are you kind of an Artemis Fowl
Halflings.
Butler relationship?
Artemis Fowl.
Do you not read those books?
I haven't read any of them, no. What's that situation?
It's like a super rich orphan kid has a bodyguard / best friend who like takes him around the world on adventures.
I would say, yeah, that's very close to it, actually.
That sounds like a good book series.
That's
Make it
very
really-
close to it, yeah.
And they made Butler black and people are upset about it.
I've been watching that. It's alright. It's not great, but it's alright.
Alright, so we should continue though, I think, and we have our scout back.
Continuing on, you're now in hour 3 of walking, so I need more speed checks, please.
Wait, we didn't want to follow where the skeleton came from?
I couldn't find any.
And I couldn't find any tracks, I guess. So it's perception or
19 perception.
20! Nat 20 again!
18
Dude!
and 2.
Oh my
Busy
goodness!
making flashing lights directly in front of her face.
She's drawing her sketch.
She's drawing on the orc's head.
This part of the path gets much more difficult to follow. In fact, you get the idea that it's probably been deliberately obfuscated, so that it's not so easy to follow.
This path has been deliberately obfuscated.
But the three of you are very trained on your task. You know kind of what to look for now that you're in hour 3, and you're just really ready to go. So you're picking out the best path, and you're not seeing any other life forms. You're not hearing the normal calls of the forest you normally hear. It's getting quite quiet.
I want to look behind me. Does everything look like it did when we came in?
Yes.
Okay. We're not like a Blair Witch thing. Like,
Things shift around.
Everything's
us.
going in
It's all
circles.
an illusion.
Why'd you throw them
Hold on, just a second. Let me write some notes real quick.
Wait a minute, That's a good idea. Yeah. So the
You'll never escape.
that was pretty much how I did the whole last campaign. I was like, oh, that's a good idea. Yeah. That's I think I'll say them. What do you guys say about not being stealthy?
Making some noise.
Make some noise. Let this witch know she's got a visitor.
Alright,
I've been wearing chainmail armor. I'm not stealthy at all.
I want to scream some epithets in Aura Grin.
Hide, baby, in bushes.
Arcanin.
And then
Try
She'll
flying
come after
around
him
here. I
and
mean,
sneak
this path has been deliberately
obfuscated.
modified.
Could I fly up through the trees?
You can.
I'm gonna
Alright.
guidance it.
I want to fly up through the trees and like see if there's anything that looks different from above.
Awesome. Make a perception check. With the guidance, you added D4.
Ooh, 18 plus 4.
Plus 3.
Okay, so you come up and you start spiraling a little bit. You're not cutting very far back the way you've gone, but you're cutting a wide arc and then making another kind of loop.
Do I see anything? Do I see smoke or buildings or clearings?
Don't see smoke, but in the distance you do see, and you would guess, based on how far you walked, it's probably about 45 minutes ahead of you on foot. There is a clearing, and in this clearing there is a stone
What do you do when you investigate on his own?
He had a good, not very smart. Likes showing off. I'm gonna shout down to them. Hey, I see a stone tower over that way. I'm gonna go check it out.
Which way? I wasn't looking. That's an unnecessary conversation to have. Yeah, okay, I think we can follow along that path if you want to go ahead.
So if they follow them, does it look? Do I have any idea if they'll follow the main path? If that'll take them there?
Yeah, you get the idea. It's not directly ahead of where you are right now, but you imagine that.
So I was like almost there.
You are about where you are right now. You were flying last because you were 30 minutes ahead.
Okay. Alright. I'm gonna fly over there. Tell them where to go.
Tell me how you're gonna fly there. I mean, you've got weird paint that works under the trees, but not really in the sky on your face.
Can I
right?
redisguise myself in the air?
You could land and redisguise yourself.
I live in the sky. We don't stop flying for like months.
Yeah, but okay. Tell me. I really don't know. Eric Okers, do they have hands, wings?
Picture I saw was 4 limbs and wings.
Yeah.
Oh, they changed it.
They used to not have hands?
No, the wings used to be.
But I've also got like really dexterous talons. I kind of like the idea of not having hands. I'm gonna say I don't have hands.
Oh, in that case, you're probably gonna want to land.
All right. Well, I land on a tree.
Yeah, you're way up top. Redisguise yourself. Re-roll your dex.
All right, so I'm gonna do like sky blue with happy clouds.
Mr. Bertrand, why do you hate people that
Oh,
are
that's
different
only
than
11,
you?
I think.
Where do you get that idea from?
You keep being mean
Yeah,
to.
but don't I get like dexterity
Genjos.
or
Yeah.
proficiency because
Am
I
I
have
mean
disguise
to Farmer Joe?
No.
Farmer
I
John?
would totally be
Farmer
used
Joe?
to-
Farmer Joe?
Farmer Joe. Am I
I
mean to
can
Farmer
cast
Joe?
Disguise kit.
No.
Am I mean to the annoying Birdman?
Yes.
A little bit, but he deserves it. That's a personality
I have a
thing, not a
costume.
race thing. So I'm not mean to people that are different to me. Just orcs.
Doesn't Performer give me?
That's a logical fallacy.
You claimed I'm mean to all people that are different than me. I'm only mean to one group, not all groups.
Birds and half-orcs?
Well, not all birds. I'm sure there are some that aren't giant ponces.
Yeah, add your proficiency.
I just haven't met any yet.
So it should be +3 to whatever you
Okay.
want.
So that's a 14.
Let's see.
You're now hitting.
All right. So I'm stealthily flying. Stealthily.
Bird's
It
funny.
rolls.
I don't understand older people.
See,
Oh, God,
society
that's a 3.
is
Plus
like
7.
beautiful
So
tapestry
You
with
believe
different
it
colors
makes
and
it so.
shapes,
All
but sometimes artisans make mistakes in their work.
Oh, here it is.
Hence,
Tools.
your servant,
And painter's supplies
Not
and a disguise
servant.
kit and a pan flute.
slave, whatever.
Okay.
Okay.
So where do you want to fly?
Towards the tower.
Like directly towards it?
Yeah, like above it. How tall is the tower? I fly like higher
The
than
tower
the tower.
is 4 stories, roughly, so that'd be roughly 40 feet.
Right. I want to fly above the tower.
So you're probably
Sure.
Him flying there and us moving in that direction, what's the speed difference? Because he goes hella fast.
yeah, he's gonna get there in like 20 minutes. You'll get there in like 40.
Okay. Can I check for traps on the way
Maybe faster
there?
than that. So I'm flying at 60 feet, and they're walking over rough terrain.
15.
Yeah. Okay. So 15 minutes and 45.
We're not waiting for you to check the traps.
Sky traps?
You just want to make sure that there's no help arriving anytime soon.
There is. There's a one-man death quest. Yeah, it's just cool.
Scout quest.
You fly directly towards it. And as you're flying, you can see all of the thick canopy. You cannot see the path where it winds, but you do pick out like little features. You can see far off in the distance where the river goes, and way off you can see the Lake Iris. It's in the center of the city. And you go and you travel and get where you're flying. You can see the opening of this clearing. And it's almost a perfect circle. And directly in the middle is that mage tower.
Alright. I'll proceed. Look at this tower.
Okay.
Do I see
From
it?
where?
From where I'm flying?
Here's the splitting the party.
Like, are you? What I'm asking is like, are you going like this, or are you going to go up to the tower? Like, what do you want to do?
I want to be like a safe distance away. Like a couple hundred feet away.
Okay.
Did you hear that? Someone said pull.
Proceed, please.
Any traps?
12. Do I see anything? Which like?
Am I rolling?
I mean, you see a tower, and the very top of this tower is like a rooftop balcony sort of thing. It's got the roof and then pillars that come down, but it's otherwise it's a low wall open. There's no one currently up there, but there is like a burning fire. It doesn't give off much smoke though.
From the top of the tower.
From like the rooftop, but it's a covered rooftop.
But I don't see anybody on the roof.
You don't see anyone on the roof right now. And from your distance, it's hard to make out much of what's in that roof tower, but you don't see any movement.
Alright, I'm gonna very gently alight onto the roof.
Make a dex check for me.
Lightly alight onto
Ah!
The
I
second
am
you
so-
hit the edge of that clearing, there's a and you feel this electricity coursing through you, and as you do, you pull yourself backwards, and you start plummeting towards the tree line, and you just barely manage to catch yourself and flap your wings to keep you from right into the top of the tree.
Okay. Wait, so I like don't get near the tower.
You hit the edge of the clearing.
I rolled a 12.
Where you are, you cannot see any traps.
Okay.
Alright, so I'm just gonna fly like around the edge of the thing. Like in a circle.
Cool.
Look at the pretty things.
Cool, 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 cool.
If I just like no, I'm not
Roll a dex check.
gonna just poke the edge of my wing at
Cool, roll a dex check.
17 plus 7.
This one actually drops you under the canopy. You don't take any damage from falling because you do get your wings underneath you. But that jolt, it courses through your body and causes you to tense for a moment before you relax and you're able to catch it. So you're now within the trees.
And so I don't even have to like fly into it. I just touch it and it hurts a whole bunch.
Yep.
Alright.
That's taking you roughly 15 minutes. You guys are getting close. The trail here is suddenly much clearer. It is easy to follow. And in fact, your movement is no longer encumbered.
Okay. We move at full speed because we need to catch up to. We haven't heard back from Jackie yet,
No.
so we should move on faster.
I'm gonna just can I see where the path comes through there?
Where you are in the trees, you're kind of just in the trees.
Could I see it from where I was? Like can I
Yeah,
fly back
I mean-
up and then
Yeah, you have it. Like, there's a very, very small little opening that's right in front of this. That you can tell by
okay, I'm gonna go way over there.
You trudge along a little bit. I imagine Mitsuge is probably humming something under her breath. And eventually, you see Jackie waiting for you at the edge of this cliff.
Sweet, he's not dead.
Hey guys, Don't go into the clear. It hurts a lot.
Yeah.
Show us where.
I'll grab an arrow, I guess,
Yeah.
and test that.
Yeah, we want to see exactly where and test it out.
Wait, so why did I even roll the dex check if the 20 failed?
20 did not fail. What a dex check does is keeps you from receiving damage. When you trigger like a trap or something, it lets you jerk back or keep your composure. That's how your wings were able to catch you again, and you didn't hit the canopy. If you had failed it, you would have taken damage. So you're gonna hold an arrow and poke it
Yeah.
through the clearing.
Yeah. Figure it's just a wooden arrow, whatever.
Awesome. So as you do, you hear this sudden alarm that blares throughout as far as you can hear in the forest. It's very deafening loud. And this area where the path led to a clearing lights up with something similar to your prestidigitation. It's just, it's flashing and there's alarms everywhere and it's kind of deafening. Yeah, I mean, it's very loud. It's not so loud that like you're going to take damage or something, but it is very obvious.
I'm gonna knock that arrow into my bow as quickly as I can. And yell out, I think this is probably it, everyone.
So you're at this edge of this clearing. In front of you is all of these lights and the alarm going. And you look through, and there is a tower that is made of stonework. And it's fairly well made. It is 3 stories of stonework, and then the top story is a covered roof. So it has a roof and beams down on it. And right now, you see someone peeking over the edge of that looking at you.
What's the distance between the tower and us?
60 feet.
That fire totally looked magical. Yeah.
That's our witch up there.
She's just peeking over the edge like,
Who are you? What are you doing?
I'm gonna whisper so she doesn't hear because she's far away. I'm gonna say, I expect her to talk to us at first.
We're searching for the scourge that has been troubling the town.
That's a new one. Scourge this time.
Scourge.
That's nice.
Yeah.
That's nice. And you see her leap off the top of this and very slowly descend to the bottom. Okay, well, you found me, the Scourge. What's up?
Why are you
What's she
attacking
look-
the people of the village?
What'd she look like?
Jesus. This is a very beautiful looking woman. She appears to be of half elven ancestry, but the other half of it gives her a look that is kind of otherworldly. So it's not the normal half elf that you see roaming in and out. She has exceedingly pale skin with a bright shock of red hair that is bleeding down her back, and she wears rather common-looking like traveler's clothes that are indeed.
Is Marina a big liar?
Yeah, that's what we're asking. Yeah, why have you been attacking him? Is the mayor a big liar?
Maria's not the mayor. She's the.
I thought she was the mayor.
no, she's the...
I know she's the kid's keeper, but
Yeah.
I mean he's a lord. But I figured she was like mayor of the town or whatever. So
Well, he's like the lord of the town, and she's his regent or
I guess that makes sense.
Yeah,
Yeah.
regent.
She's his caretaker.
caretaker.
Which makes her the regent.
So, sorry, one more time. Who are you? Why are you here?
We're here to kill the witch.
That does put a damper on things.
Well, you've been killing people of the village, haven't you?
Only the ones that try to kill me? It's kind of a quid pro quo.
So then why did they try to kill you at first?
I imagine the same reason you're trying to kill me.
Because you're burning
killing the
people?
village.
Because they're trying to attack me.
Alright, who
It's a
attacked who
sign.
first?
It's a
Did you
sign.
attack first, or did they attack first?
I'm gonna level with you. The river starts not producing quite enough fish. There's some disturbing sounds in the woods. Where they look.
Well,
The scourge of the forest.
is there? Oh god damn it!
Alright, let's start over. What's your name?
Oh shit, I wrote it down. I forgot already. I was too busy describing her to think of what she was called. Her name is Lori. L-O-R-I, Lori.
Alright.
Lori.
Lori-
Good. If she's not guilty, I can't really.
Can we
I don't want to kill someone that
can
didn't
we enter
actually
your
do
clearing
anything.
and talk about this? We don't really know anybody in this town. We don't have heart in this fight. We're just trying to get something. They said we should come kill you, and then we'll get the thing we need. You sound like you're not that bad. Can we figure this out?
If this is a misunderstanding, we should resolve it now, or else these
That's
attacks
correct.
against you will continue.
Roll again, that was
Roll
cocked.
again.
That's not a cut.
It was cocked. He straightened it out.
Oh my god. She kind of scopes you all out. I was like, yeah, sure, whatever. Come in. Hi, little girl.
Hello.
Didn't hurt you, fun.
So do we know that the shield is now?
As you walk through, you can see like this outline in these lights that show where you've been, and it lasts for about 10-15 seconds and then dissipates back in. And she's like, "Oh, sorry." She kind of waves her hand, and the alarms stop.
Okay, good.
So the
Yeah,
fish
I know,
are
it's
dying
kinda
and they
loud.
want to kill you.
That's the way it works. I don't know why people have these ideas that witches are just, I'm gonna come eat your children.
How long have you been living out here?
Oh man. It was over there. It's probably been like close to a decade now.
What do you do out here?
I mean, what do you do out here?
It's defensive.
I'm
We don't
just
live
like,
out here.
this is my home. I chill out. I eat. I study.
Villagers keep attacking you.
You need to resolve this. You need to speak to the regent and the lord and let them know it's not you. These attacks will keep continuing. However, that said, you have murdered villagers. Of that you are guilty.
Self-defense.
I mean, how much
Is it
danger were
really
you really
murder?
in from some, inbred hillbilly villagers?
Yeah, that I don't.
I guess
think,
not that much.
Yeah,
She gonna eyes you over.
yeah. The death, their death.
No. Like, listen. If it's your house and people come in with swords, you're not gonna stop and be like, "Oh, are you really a problem?"
I mean, it seems like they can't even really come to your house, though, if you've got this defense up.
I had to put it up because they kept coming to my house. It's all cause and effect.
When did the fish start dying?
I'd say it's been about 10 months, probably.
Do you have any idea why they're dying?
Nope, I am not the witch of the fishes.
Is there a witch in the fishes?
Oh,
He asks like very expectantly.
Oh
Like,
yes, didn't you know?
I think that's sarcasm.
Wait, can you just like let her know that?
Yes, all witches know each other, and I will definitely call her up on the witch phone and be like, "Hey."
All right, we got it, guys. We're done. She's gonna call the fish witch.
I think that she's maybe joking with you.
Were
I'm
you
not
joking
sure there
with
is
me?
such a fish witch.
Do you even have a phone?
That'd be like a fish that's a witch.
I think it's a witch that's in charge of the fishes. But once again, I think that this is
Which fish are we
hypothetical.
talking about?
And a
Carp,
witch.
obviously. Or trout. I don't really know which fish. Perhaps all fishes under or over a certain size.
Do you want to talk to the lady who wants people to kill you, and then we can get our thing and they can leave you alone and you can fix the fish problem?
I think that's the best idea from
Well-
the mouth of babes, right?
I'm not really interested in walking to a town that keeps trying to kill me. I gotta say, it's not really a thing to do.
Well, the
Ins
path
and out
out
of
here is
death, really.
She would be killed immediately because she has murdered many.
I have not murdered anyone.
It's murder you've killed.
No, it's self-defense.
Yeah.
Have you killed anyone? Ever?
Yes, in times of war.
Oh, being murdered then.
In times of war.
I am being warred upon.
Lord upon
You-
what, 6 or 7 idiots
You had
with rusty old
options.
daggers
You had-
wandering through these woods?
5 idiots stand in front of me today. What do you want?
You had options. There were alternatives for you.
How far are we from the
name this
tower?
option. Give me an option that does not require me to go into town.
Move.
Sounds
Go
what
live
said.
somewhere else, a little further away from town.
You have any dead people?
We'll tell them that we slayed the evil witch and you could just start somewhere new.
I want to stealthily fly over to the tower and like glance inside.
You're covered in blue paint now. Like, if you move, like, you just cannot be stealthy.
Take cover.
Can we make somebody look like you and say we killed you and our problem's done? They don't know you're
What
is wrong with this
This
child?
it's too elaborate. I mean, if we just say we killed the witch, and that's probably it right there.
The lady's gonna want proof.
Are you okay with leaving?
Proof.
She didn't mention proof. Are you okay with leaving? You'll
She's
never.
gonna
You'll.
want proof.
This will never stop here. And the next people they send might not be as understanding as us.
This is what I will do. If you can give me adequate supplies to move me and my household away from this terrible place, do so.
What kind of supplies? Gold or?
What do you have to offer?
We had apples, bananas.
Yeah, our friend here trades in produce mostly.
I can.
I know you're a witch, and I pull out a stick, and when I pull it out, it lights on fire. I have torches of continual flame. You know, it's,
She's got fire in her hand.
I
Do
mean,
you want a new place to live?
Well, I kind of have a home. I would probably just take it with me. I mean, are you
So
trying to sublet an apartment? What is
What
I
do you
think
need
my
from us?
mommy and daddy probably have lands you can go live on.
So, she's not entirely believing that a 6-year-old knows the state of her parents' property. Like, at any rate.
What's your power? I'm rich.
That is the only superpower, let's be honest.
Pretty much.
well, what do you require then to convince you? Just tell us. We could sit here playing guessing games all night, but then he trails off like I just did.
50 gold pieces.
Okay, you know what? Yes.
Mhm.
But we'll want some sort of proof that we can bring back then.
Something that makes the lady think you're dead or something.
I'm sure I can arrange that.
Probably just has like an old broom or something laying around. This is the witch's magic room. Yeah, but if yeah, I think whatever. I'll throw in mine.
How much do you have?
20.
Oh, I only have 5.
30.
What?
I'm guessing I have
What
a
happened to the 20 the queen gave you?
She gave 10 for one.
Whatever. Oh yeah. What happened to the 10 the queen gave you?
Alright, fine.
I have 30. 30.
Alright, that's 50 right there. Just us two.
Cool.
I feel bad. I'll put in 10. You take the 10 back.
She takes 60 from you. You just drop it and you're like, yep. Okay.
That didn't help any.
Wait, here one moment. And she goes back into the tower. And you can vaguely hear some sort of like thumping, moving, and stuff. And it spirals up and up and up. And then she peeks back over the top and says, I almost have it. 1 second.
piece of shit. Other shit.
She says, okay.
Lightning bolt.
You're all dead. Thank you.
How much money?
I am very surprised that you folks ended up being the reasonable sort. I am quite reasonable myself, so I'm going to help you out here. As far as proof, I mean, I can give you some old clothes of mine. I can give you. We'll write a letter that says that I didn't do anything and I'm going to move because I'm being unjustly persecuted. What do you need?
Old clothes, we just rip it,
Oh, I got
put
a
some
toe.
blood in it, that's fine.
Can we have a...
I
Something.
can give you a toe, but I'm not giving you one of mine.
You know what? No, a toe's not good enough.
Here's the thing.
What about?
There have been a lot of attacks with burned corpses, and we've also discovered a skeleton back there. Was that one of yours?
I do have that person. Yes.
Just a bunch of them.
You want some skeletons?
No, well, we're just gonna destroy them and just bring the remains.
Cool. Consider it done. And 2 skeletons walk out, and she walks in, and there is this massive, and your tower's no longer there.
Okay.
You're just a clearing with 2 skeletons who both draw their short swords.
We still have to finish him off. Okay. Fine. You know what?
Eldritch Blast.
You probably raring for a fight. I'll let y'all deal with this.
Like
Bert's
the-
gonna go sit down and.
Natural.
I'm not gonna make anyone roll for initiative. Just
Yeah.
yell it out.
Alright,
So,
my 23.
natural 20, 10, and 11 to hit.
The 20 hits. Did you hit?
Oh, just triple it. Alright, so I have to fly at one of them. I don't even know how attacking works yet.
There'll be
Are they all dead already?
10 damage to one skeleton.
Okay.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, a team.
How close are the skeletons to each other?
I mean, there's two skeletons. They both came out of the door about 10 feet. They're probably standing right next to each other.
Okay, so I can. Alright, so I'm gonna hit one with my talons. Like, so like I fly and then like I open up my wings and then my feet come forward and like.
Heck yeah! Are you hitting the same one that Mitsuki did?
Yeah.
Okay. Roll hit.
God damn.
Miss.
Alright.
Do you have multi-attack?
Yeah,
Level
I get
5,
two.
you
I get 2 attacks, and,
Okay.
and I get a third if I use my key point.
So you
Oh, yeah, I forgot you're a monk.
you get a third as a bonus action as long as it's a monk weapon.
And so you can actually hit it 3 times.
And you can
Does
you
his
can
talons count
flurry
as
your-
monk weapons?
Yeah,
Yes.
that's his body.
Natural.
You can flurry your blows, make it 4 attacks total.
Are you sure it's all?
Yeah.
Alright.
So that one.
That's cocked.
That's
That's cocked. That's a
God damn
three.
it. 7.
God damn. Should have kept the cocked one. And then last one after burning the key point.
6.
6.
Are you gonna burn a key point for
I'm gonna
another
use
one?
my key point.
Okay.
Hey! Last
that was,
one lands
that was
with a
done.
crit.
If you land any damage, it's done. So,
You want a farmer? You want to help me with the other one?
One talon, second talon, one wing. Last wing.
he's a
hits it.
wily skeleton. He's just like,
All right, I sacred flame.
Sacred Flame. I'll hit it with my sword.
What you got?
Just
14.
Like toss your
Hits.
sword at it.
14 hits.
Oh my god, that's a 1.
Sacred Flame is a dex check.
Really, it's not an attack
That's
roll?
them. They make a dex
Okay,
check.
make a dex saving throw.
Guiding bolt is the attack roll.
It misses, sorry.
All right, so they take 2.
Nope, it
One.
misses.
Oh, it misses. Okay.
I don't think Sacred Flame is happening.
Nice, that was us.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
I rolled,
that one
oh, wait.
skeleton's just fine.
Just my second attack. 15.
Hits.
Hits.
It says only 2 attacks per turn.
8 damage
Your bonus attack, you can make it as
from the short sword for my second attack.
Cool.
I'm not going to use a maneuver on a skeleton.
Triple
That's
Eldritch
just.
Blast. They will hit.
You get 2 attacks.
Oh yeah,
Save.
2 attacks
Yeah,
and a
sure,
bonus.
sure.
Yeah.
Yep. You see Mitsuke kind of just, and then 3 elders. 3?
Yep.
5, 3.
3, yeah.
Oh wait, flurry of blows
3
is
elders.
2 more
I thought it
attacks.
was just 2 at level 3.
2.
I get 5
Six.
attacks if I use.
Should be 2
flurry
because
of
at 10
blows.
you get a third.
It doesn't matter. Either way, he's going to die.
Let's say 4 the next one.
And then,
Wait, I can get 7 attacks if I use 2.
Okay, yeah.
no,
Either
you can only do
2.
flurry of blows once.
Yeah, so 2.
Because it takes
Still,
your bonus
that was
action to do
a hell
it.
of a lot of
Mhm.
damage.
Basically, you get 2 attacks plus a bonus action attack. But if you spend a key, it'll be 2 attacks plus 2 attacks.
Yeah.
But you
So-
could spend an extra point to do like Sunning Strike or something. You just can't re-flurry blows because you don't have another bonus.
Yeah.
Yeah. So those 3 or however many Eldritch
Those
Blast, and similar to the one that you had in the forest, these are charred.
Well, flurry of blows is 2 attacks, so I get 5 attacks. But I get. Hold on.
Flurry blows.
It says
is
2
your
attacks.
bonus
It says 2 attacks per turn.
Yeah.
Oh, unarmed strike would be either unarmed strike or flurry of blows.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
3 attacks,
Congratulations! You
You
defeated
defeated
the
2
skeletons.
skeletons.
The mage tower is no longer there.
Just
Alright.
goes to show that talking through your problems can be a lot less of a problem, but also less interesting than just fighting everyone you have a trouble with.
When I wrote down the encounter, the first thing I said, if they offer 50 gold P, then she'll just leave.
Really?
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, we totally did the plan that
Yay!
DM expected.
And I was trying to sell her a torch.
Hard to do for a fire mage.
Okay, so let's cart these old bones back to town and
Heck yeah, I am not gonna make you redo all of that. That was so terrible.
I'm flying straight back to town, and I don't know. Just
At some point, you gotta put like a tracking, like a bell or something on it. So you
I,
know where Jinbei
I
is.
put the skeletons in one of my bags.
Okay, cool. Over the course of the next 3 hours, you make your way back to town. You cross over the river, and you are now back in Elysium.
right, to the mayor, to the Lord's manor.
Cool. You go
That's what
over
I
to the
think.
Lord's manor, knock on the door. They let you in, and you see a very surprised Morena, and a less surprised Lord Keenan because he's not really paying attention. Who are just like, what? Like, did you need some plot? Like, what do you?
I tossed the corpses. Skeletons are dead, which is gone.
You're kidding.
Mm-hmm.
You're kidding. It cannot be this easy.
It actually was.
Yes.
You guys are idiots.
Oh, don't insult me.
It's pretty easy.
It went, okay,
He didn't
it
mean
was
that.
easy, but
But it's done.
This is the proof we requested.
I told you should want proof.
We can actually ask for proof. But you gave it to him anyway.
yeah.
And she turns to you because you're wearing the crown skirt. She'll put a hand to you. An ornate glass box that you can see inside of it. It looks like it's sort of in the shape of a heart. It's a little bit more anatomical than it is symbolic. And it's mostly clear with kind of a light blue sheen to it, laid in against a gold.
I should have written that down, the description of it. But, so, who wants to be the one holding on to this particular piece? Open up the glass box, I'll take it out.
Mhm.
Do any of you want to?
I'll hold on to it.
You're a little flighty.
I'll take it. I'll put it
Literal.
inside a box and put it inside one of my couches.
The second that you close that silver box
Mhm.
lid, you see this brief illumination of like a dusty pink kind of coloring to it, and now there is no latch, no hinge. It cannot be opened.
Okay. And I put it inside one of my couches. I should have put a frog into it.
Getting there, getting back, it is now a little bit after dusk. Actually, you're getting close to the 7:38.
That was a lot of marching around, wasn't it?
Yeah, time to look for a tavern. Take
I'm
a
gonna go
rest.
to the river.
Check in the wagon.
Yeah, let's check the
Grab a fish in
wagon.
my talons.
Go to bed for the night. I think we can at least
Like,
afford
attack
one
roll.
night of rest.
God damn it. Oh, that's not so bad. It's a 9 plus.
Marina asks about your plans. What will you do now? Back to Sentrusi?
Sleep for a while.
We still have to find, locate the other pieces.
That's
I mean,
gross. A
our
lot more
mission's
to do.
not done.
Well, I can recommend there is a tavern nearby. It's called Top Tap.
Tip top tap.
If you stay there, I will take care of you.
Done.
Appreciate it. Need a
We,
good rest.
Farmer
we
Joe doesn't
owe
pass up a
you
deal.
a pretty big debt of gratitude for taking care of our trouble.
I do have one thing to add, though. We were fighting the witch, and she claims she had nothing to do with the river. Make of that what you will. But
I don't know how much you can trust a witch's words, but I do appreciate that you passed along the message, I guess.
either way, the deed is done. We thank you,
Wait,
and
we
I
think-
am getting a little tired.
So you make your way to the Tip Top Tap. You're given rooms. They give you 2 rooms. You can bunk up however you like.
I'm not bunking with
Do I
that
catch a
girl.
fish?
No, I prefer not to
For
as
sure.
Is
well.
it sick?
It is not.
Okay, it's a good fish. Is it big enough for me to share?
Yeah, it's a large fish.
I'm gonna bring back the fish.
Oh, hey, hunting forests. That's gotta be worth
You
something.
kind of see the innkeepers just kind of like, we have.
Can you cook this one up for us?
Yeah, why not?
Appreciate it.
Fresh fish.
I've got beef jerky.
you see him, and he just like keeps pulling stuff, and it starts piling on the table. And he's got like a
Some
bag of
seasonings in
fruit holding. And he's just,
But you got some good seasonings in there.
cool. He cooks you up a fish, and you get to rest for the night. And that, I think, is where we're gonna call it night.
Okay.
Thank you so much, everybody, for watching my first one.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.